Hello, internet friends. We probably just turned on.
Or not.
Oh, wait, I still
echoing.
have the sound on from when I was watching Rime of the Frost Maiden, which, by the way, big fun. Many of you hung around or were here earlier. Thank you so much for hanging around. We just premiered our new show, Rime of the Frost Maiden. Super cool cast, some new faces. It was very fun to see, and it was an excellent show. You know, I'm a fan of James running a table, and how can you not like a show with Tossie playing essentially the guy? Like he's playing himself, kind of. It's with a much more armed version of himself.
Nipples or not nipples? I don't know which one is his natural state of affairs.
It's a great question.
We're gonna find out it's half and half.
Yeah.
So only like one half.
Thank you so much for joining us and for spending part of your geekend with us. The geekend that we now fill up. This is crazy. And thanks, Thomas, for all your and Amy for double duty today. This is a long day for you guys, and we appreciate it. And we just a few quick announcements. Most importantly, Birds of Paradise, the official dice of the Great Dane Society. There are 6 days left on their Kickstarter, and they are so close to everybody getting stickers. It's like the participation trophy of Kickstarters, getting stickers. It's so close. Go support their Kickstarter. Get really nice dice. We love Birds of Paradise. They both help and harm our game every night we play. Our friend Brett, who, by the way, has been in our Cthulhu games since way back. He has his game, The Librarians, the deck builder, which their Kickstarter is ending. I don't know, what time is it? It's ending like maybe right now. They've unlocked a ton of stretch goals and all that stuff. It's a great game. Check that out and get in there. Our friends at Nord Games, they are all over stuff. Their Kickstarter ended a while ago, but we'll just keep talking about Kickstarters. But it's like we're doing the Untitled podcast. Like, speaking of Kickstarters, I almost brought the box in. I backed a great board game, an old board game called Cleopatra and the Society of Architects. Really fun game. My favorite part of the game is that you can take corruption and get advantages during the game, but at the end of the game, the player with the most corruption automatically loses, and corruption is hidden. So you're never sure, like, do I have one? I want to have one less corruption than everybody else, but you're never sure. But so I kickstarted the deluxe edition, and it comes in this absurd box that is the size, it's only slightly smaller than Gloomhaven. It's massive.
And box. Gloomhaven you could use as a door.
The bits are insane. The point of the game is you're building a temple to Cleopatra, and the bits of the game actually build that temple on the table. It's huge. Just amazing. Yeah, there, more Kickstarter talk. We have, as always, a full, it's getting fuller week of entertainment for you here on Quests and Chaos. Mondays, it's Dragon of Icespire Peak. That show, which I quite enjoy. James is doing a great job. I don't know if you saw it, but they have a music video now. One of their players did an animated spoof of the Scooby-Doo theme song. And we're that much closer to my dream of doing a musical episode.
Well, and also not for nothing, Julie wrote that song.
No, well, let's be clear. She wrote the parody.
Well, yeah,
she didn't write the Scooby-Doo song.
She wrote the parody lyrics to it, and then Laura sang it for us.
Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. Julie, we've got our lyricist. We've got book. We're ready. We're gonna have the musical episode. It's now. It just has to happen. So Monday, Dragon of Icefire. Oh, secondly, with Dragon of Icefire Peak, James posted an awesome video where he did, I think it's 49 voices from the show, although several of them were just grunts. I'm gonna,
turn the air on.
Call foul, but
Thank you.
that is a fun video to check out. So Monday, Dragon of Icefire Peak. Tuesday, the Chaos Agents now that our recent unsettling times are over, the election is set. We have a president. We're going to have chaos agents again. Most people don't realize the chaos agents run the electoral college, and so until the electoral college was decided,
it's so dumb?
yeah, that's right, yeah. Until the electoral college,
we are marginally smarter than most of the people who get put on the electoral college.
I've watched some episodes. I'm not sure about that.
I know. That's why I'm saying that.
The electoral college, the chaos agents, they're back on Tuesday. The electoral college hopefully is gone soon for good. We have Wednesday, probably another episode of Pandemic Pandemic Legacy Season 0 will be posted on YouTube. And maybe on Twitch. I don't know if it's I think it only goes on YouTube.
Yep,
and then Saturday, we have once again 2:00. Rime of the Frost Maiden is here. It's worth it just for the weird snow effect in the back. And actually, I really like they used Hero Forge to make little images of their characters, and those make that's a neat little thing to do there. So Saturday 2:00, Rime of the Frost Maiden. And that leads right into us again on Saturday. You can just sit on your couch all Saturday and enjoy quests and chaos action. It's, what the hell else do you have to do? So I think that's just about everything there. Last time, our heroes made it out into the jungle of Kenya. They met an ancient wise man, Great Bundari, Old Bundari, who told them many truths and also gave them boons. And everybody got either a question answered or some sort of little help that they needed. Emma got a cricket that is not who she seems. Alexandra got a rattle. Donald got the deed to a cottage in Ireland. Joan got an hourglass that told her a tale, but then also has some other abilities. And Hollister got the answer to a question that he already knew the answer to. but now he's sure of it, so that's good. And they hired the 7th best guide in all of Nairobi. Creighton, who he and his hound dog took them out, and they went out into the jungle and out into the veldt and headed towards the Mountain of the Black Wind, which Bundari also confirmed for them where it was, and he warned them of the awful things they would see there. And then they went out there. They realized perhaps the most dangerous thing you can give the Great Dane Society. They realized they have time. They have 20 days until the full moon when they can run they can do the ceremony again. And so, 20 days, that's a lot of time to burn things down. This could be the end of Nairobi as we know it. It's not looking good. So they decided the way to save Nairobi was to get out of town, and they decided to head to the Mountain of the Black Wind. Unfortunately, they were waylaid, and Creighton has just been dragged from the truck, and the truck is surrounded by these little figures that were munching on body parts in this field. But other than that, everything's fine. Amy, why don't you let's have Amy do some math.
Okay, so
always my favorite part.
It's the quick math. So Hef is back. Thank you for being here. 500 so we start with 4, and then we get 500 from the Hef, and so does Ezra because he plays fair.
Wait, I play fair or the Hef plays fair?
The Hef plays fair.
Oh yeah.
Fair. Let's see here. Oh, how do I forget our favorite Twitch user, Squirrel on the Run? 500 because
just because?
Wonderful.
Just to spite me? I made you dinner.
Woo! What'd you make? That could be why we got 500.
She likes my French bread pizza.
Oh, that sounds super tasty though.
Did it come out of a box?
No.
Oh.
Oh,
I
Ooh.
make it.
All right, Slidey Top, just to keep things going in that household, 500.
good man.
But to me, right?
No, sir.
Oh.
But Tamagotora cannot be let down by giving 500 to Ezra because blah, 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 make them pay, blah, blah, blah. And then also 500 to us. I'm just taking it for the musical episode.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah,
Okay.
there it is. So those are the bits.
Well, we thank you so much for your bits, for your likes, your subscriptions. We are so close, by the way, to a nice round number of Twitter. I think it's Twitter followers, right? 1,500?
Perhaps. I don't know. We did reach over 3,000 now on YouTube. So thank you, everybody, for
That's outstanding.
hitting the subscribe button and
believe
watching
it's-
our dumbness.
I believe Thomas tweeted out today, but our Twitter is looking for subscribers. So if you're not following us on Twitter, well, it tends to be a lot of arguing between Thomas and Amy can use the Twitter to argue with each other. So it looks like Quests and Chaos hates itself.
I don't even want to tell you about. Okay, I'm gonna tell you about this. He one time, in order to make something funny that he said that nobody found funny, basically logged into my account and posted it because my friends actually think shit's funny and will reply and stuff. His friends don't do it. So he just logged in as me to post stuff and then went back as him to comment on it. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm just
Awesome.
So Amy's a sock puppet? Is that what we're
Kind of. I mean,
Is
Anyway,
Thomas
so
a
we're at
Russian bot? That would explain
He is.
actually
he is.
that would
Yeah,
answer
yeah.
some questions. I'm not gonna lie. That would
Yep. So we're at 1925. I'm sorry, 1483. We're at 2211. We're at 2020. Just yelling numbers.
Amy does math. It is my favorite segment every time.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my friend to get back
Cheers.
from
Cheers.
So if we get to 2,000 followers on Twitter by November 15th, they're giving away a Nord Games Ultimate Bestiary, Dread Accursed.
Oh no, that's not this one. I think we do have these books too. I'll give them away because right now I'm just using them to hold my computer up. So
Spectacular Settlements, which includes, I believe Thomas is a contributor to that.
Yes, he is, as is Bo. Uzlium is in there.
Nice. There we go. Well, all right. I think that we've had a rich full start to all of the shenanigans.
play ball.
No.
Batter
Amy,
up,
you mean
batter up.
play.
Batter up.
Sports ball.
Yeah.
Not my thing.
So yeah, you find yourself in this truck, and there are, you see at least a half dozen crowding around the back of the truck of these little dudes, and they are all saying the same thing in a weird sing-songy, chorusy kind of way. They're all saying, Maitu, 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 Maitu.
Sounds like I ate you.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat you. I'm gonna eat you. I'm gonna eat you. That's what I'm hearing.
There you go. They're not like you guys opened the flap. They are not trying to do anything else.
And it was it Hollister open?
Someone was gonna show them one of the artifacts to see if they would chill if they saw it.
Yeah, I think Joan was at least sticking her arm
Yeah,
out with hers.
I had my crowbar and this. I was gonna.
Oh, look at that! We've got an hourglass.
Yes.
Did Slithy Tove make that?
No, he didn't make this one. I've had this one, but it looked like it was. We were trying to figure out if we could make one that was exactly to the specifications.
Oh well, of my made-up specifications.
Yes. But that's what I was going to do is because I actually want to try to get to the cab and see if I could help our buddy.
So you're going to try and get, okay. So
I was going to climb over the Jeep, basically, not get down.
So you're going to climb up the back of the truck, over the roof, and down to the engine.
That's what I was going to
sure.
try to do.
It's going to be hard with a crowbar and a hourglass. Because
Well,
you're essentially doing a pull-up.
Well,
to get
first I
to
have to
them.
show them. And did that help at all?
All right, so you rip the thing open and
Yeah.
you look out on these little guys, and they're just kind of standing there looking up at you saying, Maitu, Maitu. And you see like their teeth are serrated. Their teeth are super sharp. And their nails, where there's like, their nails are super dirty, but they're very sharp.
All right. And nothing happens when I show them.
They don't react to that at all.
Okay. I did want to try to help our buddy.
All right, so you're going to try and climb over? All right.
Yes.
So I'll make you an offer. You can make a climb roll and just get up and make it all the way over, or you can do a strength roll to just pull yourself up. And if you fail the climb roll, worse things will happen to you than the strength roll.
All right. I will do a strength roll.
Okay.
Because I just want to get up at the first thing. Yeah.
Sure. So try me a strength roll there.
51 out of 55. I got it.
All right. So yeah, you pull yourself up. They are not like scrabbling at your boots or anything like that.
Nothing. Okay.
Their heads come up to about the bottom of the truck. They're about maybe 2.5, 3 feet tall.
So I'm way above them at this point.
Yeah. Now you are up
Okay.
you're up on the fabric top of the truck, and you're making your way. And you see Creighton has been pulled out of the truck. And he is surrounded by these little guys. And he's just sort of standing there, like not sure what's going on.
Nobody touched him yet? I mean, they haven't.
No, they're not trying to eat him.
That's good.
Okay. All right.
So you are on top of the roof.
Yes.
Let's see here. Donald, what are you doing?
I've got a sawed-off shotgun. I'm seeing if Hollister wants one as well. Doctor?
No,
Doctor?
I pull out the revolver. No.
Put the bloody revolver away, man. Take something a little stronger.
I'm going to take something I know how to use.
You'll get 6 shots and they'll eat your face off.
And how many shots are you going to get on that shotgun?
No,
I've got another one.
this has 8 shots.
The revolver does? What, we shoot 22? What is that?
No, it's 38.
38 with 8. I've never seen. All right. I'm impressed with. Fine. All right. So I got one
So
shotgun.
you've got the second shotgun ready to go, and the first one is wielded. I mean, the problem is you're just like right now, everybody's crowded around the door. So you need to wouldn't be that hard for everybody to get. You just have to get everybody out of the way. So you are well and truly armed.
Waiting.
Alexandra, what are you doing?
If I'm close enough, I want to take a stab before backing out of the way so that Donald can shoot.
So you're just going to go ahead and stab one of these
Are you
things.
sure you? No.
Okay.
They're not attacking.
Make me a knife roll.
They're not attacking.
No.
Oh no.
Alex,
Yeah, I was going to say, let me know if I do well, where am I in the front? I'm in the front seat, right?
No, you're in the back. Only Creighton and his dog were in the cab. You guys were all in the back of the truck.
I see where we fall in the pecking order.
I mean, you said you were going to stab, so
Yes, I did. Do they appear to be like threatening? Are they about to like jump in and chew our faces off? Does it seem like?
they for all the world, it's like 3-foot toddlers, dark-skinned toddlers chanting Maitu, Maitu with incredibly sharp teeth and nails, just like Maitu, Maitu.
But they're not, does it look like they're trying to climb in, I guess?
No.
they want something.
Who has linguistics?
I have a nasty feeling that Nitocris can translate.
Only if I'm in control.
I feel like you can almost certainly translate with ears without needing to be in full control. Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm just gonna back up and get a little further out of the way so that if they start attacking, Donald can go at him with a shotgun.
All right. Emma.
Okay,
So-
go ahead.
I am going to, Maitu, let's see how, so that sounds very much like Latin, perhaps. Well, I mean, to me, it sounds like Latin because it's like something and you.
To
would
Emma,
be-
it does not sound like Latin.
Okay.
Your
what do
Latin
I
is good
have?
enough that I'll give you that. You know.
Okay.
Clearly German.
Yeah, definitely. Especially when they spit at the same time as talking. I'm gonna put my foot over the edge and see what happens. Like swing. I'm assuming it's one of those trucks where you have to kind of swing over the edge. So I'm gonna
Yep.
hang my foot down and see is anybody
Anyone
grabbing
takes-
for it.
Oh, boy.
And we're going fishing. This episode
With
title
your
is
foot.
Gone Fishing.
Well, you know, you're the best bait of all. So yeah, you hang your leg over, and they kind of, there's this unsettling sort of, ooh, as they like they're like rubbing your foot and going, Maitu, Maitu. They're not like trying to pull you down or anything.
But I
Strangers
like it.
from the outside. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're only
Are
saying
you
might eat
okay,
you.
Emma?
Might eat you.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
fine. I'm gonna swing my other foot down and drop to the ground.
Oh, boy.
All right. They will start to try to carry, like two of them are trying to like carry you, or like trying to pick you up.
Okay, so I'm just gonna like put my arms out so that they can like know that it's not terrible, and I'm gonna just try and like, where are they trying to carry me to? Like, which direction?
So far they're just trying to pick you up.
Okay, so I'm just gonna start to walk and see if they like direction me.
Well, no, they don't want you to walk. They are picking you up.
All right, I'm like, the princess is here.
All right.
I go
So,
full
Naughty
pool
walks.
noodle.
so you
I was like, here's a leg, little buddy. Here's a leg. Here's my arm. You have at it.
all right. So these two little guys just pick Emma up. Her one arm is around each shoulder, and they start to noodle you around to where Creighton is.
Okay,
And
good.
you see that like four of them have Creighton picked up. He's much less okay with all this,
Mm-hmm.
but he's like not fighting back. He's just sort of worried. Hollister, you have not done anything yet.
Yeah. Are there still some outside the truck chanting?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna try repeating Maitu, Maitu, and like mimicking them and just see how they respond.
Oh yeah. They're Maitu, Maitu. And they beckon you.
They're a little too friendly.
Mm.
I'm gonna think for a little while. I'm not
All right.
getting out of the truck just yet. I'm
All right, Joan, you from the roof, you see Creighton is like, hey, what? No, what are you doing? And Creighton has been picked up by four of them. His dog has been picked up by one of them. And actually, no, they don't pick up the dog. The dog is kind of just following along. It's an old it's just sort of like, like going along.
Oh my.
And Emma has been picked up by two of them, and they're coming around the side of the truck.
Well,
And I'm like,
what I was gonna try to do is
"Hey!"
grab him and pull him up on the truck.
I mean, you could try to do that.
I'm gonna try to do it and see what happens.
All right.
Go, come here. And try to grab him.
crowbar to him to grab onto.
Yeah. Yes. The hook side. That'll get him up there. Let's see. I'm gonna call this a strength roll,
Okay.
because you're essentially trying to like lean over and grab him.
Yeah. 47. So just regular.
So a regular success.
Yes.
All right, you are in a little bit of a tug of war, as you've grabbed the back of Creighton's like vest, his hunting vest, and these four are kind of walking off with him, and they don't appear to understand what the resistance is. They just keep moving forward, and Creighton's like, "What? What's going on?" As the shirt is like riding into his
Yes.
neck.
Shh, I'm trying to get you back up on the truck, man.
What do you mean? Sure, they're not gonna notice.
You don't gotta yell at them. Come on.
All right.
Is he going to
Will-
push? Is he going to do anything? Is he going to try to help?
He seems fairly resigned to his fate. He's like he's trying to he tries to like kind of slide backwards, but they are holding on to him, and so there's you're in this tug of war. So
All right.
next round it's going to be a resisted strength roll between you and these things. They're going to have a bonus die because there's 4 of them.
Yeah, I don't want to choke
and
this guy out.
Make me an intelligence roll, Joan.
All right. Ooh, 26. That is a hard success.
All right, these things are stronger than little 3 foot tall things
Things should be. Yeah,
There-
I don't
2
want
of them are carrying. I don't mean this is in no way a comment on Emma and her physique, but 2 of them are carrying Emma. All right, that's Joan. Alexandra, you just watched Emma kind of bob around out of your view.
I mean, like, hell am I letting her go off somewhere by herself? So I'm gonna scoot forward and just like go fishing with my foot.
All right, yeah, they're like Maichu.
I'm sorry, that was adorable.
That was minion-esque.
They're sort of cute in a, I was
Horrifying
just
terror.
chomping on a dead foot way.
Yeah, like
Alex, what do you think's happening here? Are you going to get carried away as well?
it seems fairly likely, but if Emma's off somewhere else, I'm not letting her go by herself. So, drama.
I yell back, I'm being worshipped like the princess I should be right now.
That's just cheating for episode title material.
Well, I suppose where the princess goes, the queen must follow. And I'll just step out of the truck.
All right, yeah, 2 of them will like carry you and start to like. They'll-
I'm size 90. 2 of them can carry me.
They can. These things are. You're struck by how strong they are.
Yeah, I'm very surprised because I'm a lot taller than I used to be. I'm just like, interesting.
Now, look at the doctor.
Let's see what happens.
What's your advice now, fella?
This is crazy.
This is Great Dane Society.
All right, grab a couple extra weapons and stash with me. I'm not coming back to this truck very likely. And I'll see you later, Doc.
Donald crowd surfs out. Yeah, 2 of like as you come down, 2 of them will take you and like you're almost sitting on their shoulders, kind of.
Okay, yeah, this is weird, but all right.
Your feet almost touch the ground. Actually, they're carrying Nitocris, Alex Chris in like a way that like they're cradling one of her legs and then holding her like this on each side so that her legs don't touch the ground because she's quite tall. But they will start to like putter off, and they don't seem to be concerned that Creighton is lagging behind and being held. They're the ones that have you are walking off. Hollister.
And there's still some outside waiting for me.
Oh yeah, there are a lot of these things.
I'll take my time and join Professor Lamb up on the roof.
All right. So you have the same thing. You can either make a strength roll to just like bull yourself up there and the negative consequences won't be as bad, or you can make a climb roll, and if you fail, worse things will happen.
Yeah, this character doesn't have climb. I'm gonna make the strength check. And I mean, for what it's worth, I'm taking my time. They don't seem aggressive, and I'm
All right,
not.
you know what? I'll give you a bonus die for that.
There you go.
If you're taking your time.
Yeah. I rolled a 2.
Well, no problem. You for perhaps the first time in Dr. Hollister's history, he does like a full like pull up over past his shoulders and like pull yourself up, no problem. You are now on the roof of the truck. You and Professor Lamb up there. So Emma, you keep they start to just wander off into the veldt.
Okay.
And Creighton is like, Watch my truck. I still got a deposit on this.
So now that Holly's here too, can we both grab him and
If you wish to continue the tug of war with the pygmies,
well, then we can leave him with the truck if we have to.
yeah, sure. Leave the NPC alone. I think that's
Never ends poorly for
Yeah.
the NPC.
Shoot. What are we gonna do, Holly?
Yeah, do you want me to help?
Let's try one more time and see what
All right.
happens.
all right. So both of you make strength rolls, and I will make a strength roll with a bonus die, and we'll see what happens. Where's my bonus
Regular?
die?
Okay, I got it. 50.
All right. So I'm looking for a hard success here.
No.
2 regular successes.
Okay, 2 regular successes. Creighton. Oh, so Creighton rolls a 99, and so he slips up a little bit, but it's mainly because of his collar,
Choking.
and
Yeah.
he's like,
Should we let go?
and
Yeah.
he's like waving his
Yeah,
arms
yeah,
behind
yeah,
him a
yeah,
little.
yeah,
we
yeah.
let go.
Mind my truck, and they start to putter off with him, and his dog like shambles along behind.
Okay, let's
Let's turn on.
Get
Do we
the
have the
truck.
keys to the truck? Do we have the keys in the truck?
The keys are in the truck. Yeah,
all right, let's slide on in through the windows
Yep.
and
We're gonna
And
see if we
just
can
drive
follow.
after them.
Yep.
So there's still it's the afternoon, so you can see there's still probably a dozen of these things around the truck. And if you remember, originally they were lifting the truck up, but they stopped once the truck
Right.
stopped. If the truck starts up again, they're going to lift it up again.
Okay.
I mean, maybe they will. I don't
well,
know.
what if
Okay.
the truck's going in the direction they want it to go
So,
in?
so we're gonna try. We're gonna try following them. That's what we're gonna do. We're
If
gonna
they
turn it
stop it,
on.
we can just stop the truck and
right.
Yep.
someone can act as a decoy.
Ooh, wow. So they will, as soon as the truck's, as soon as it starts up, see, that's why I shouldn't watch James. I just start doing sound effects of everything. As soon as that happens, three of them will just lift the front of the truck up. And so the wheels of the wheels on the truck go round and round as they are no longer touching the ground.
It's
Accidental
a front wheel
running.
drive, huh?
It's got to be 4-wheel. This has to be 4-wheel drive.
Yeah,
Change it
yeah.
to 4-wheel.
Yeah.
The
back wheel.
So the wheels in the back continue to drive, but the truck is not making any headway against these little things.
Oh, but I tell them we're going your way. We're going that way. I'm just gonna keep pointing out at the people. I'm just gonna keep pointing. I'm just gonna do it and see what it does.
One of them just looks up as you stick your arm out, and over the rumble of the truck, you hear kind of you just hear a Maitu.
Yeah, Barada Nikto, we're gonna go. Come on.
They have shown no sign of understanding anything you say.
God, they didn't even think Barada Nikto. All right.
It's almost like that's not Swahili.
Almost. Dang it.
I
What are we
was
gonna do,
wondering-
Holly? I don't want to hurt them, but we need to go with our people. I don't want to be carried.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I don't want to be carried.
My only idea would be for one of us to act as a decoy, and that's a really bad idea.
Yeah.
Do we have a flare gun?
Make me a luck roll.
38, yeah.
You do. Now I'll make a luck roll, and it's in the back of the truck.
I'm gonna climb into the back and get the flare gun.
All right, yeah, you go back over. It's a little weird because the front of the truck is now at about a 30-degree angle.
Mhm.
So you kind of slide down the end and go in. But yeah, there is a flare gun in there, and you notice in the same pack as the flare gun is about a half dozen hand grenades.
Just take these with me.
All right, you don't tell Emma you ever hand grenades.
This is such a bad idea. And I'll grab a little bit of food and water to bring into the front of the truck while we try and figure out what the hell we're going to do.
You tell me about the grenades is what I want to know.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So our options are flare gun, 5 hand grenades, and I brought snacks.
Okay.
Don't want to think.
We're not getting anywhere, and they're getting farther away. How fast are they going?
Well, they're not going very fast,
They're
are
not
they?
going very fast.
But so
You can still see the heads bobbing as they move off.
they're okay. So I'm gonna even hang out the window. I'm just gonna hang out the window and go, guys, we're gonna follow. Numa. We're gonna follow. They're not paying any attention.
Numa, did you just Mork and Mindy this?
They have
No, that's Nanu. That's
Oh,
different.
excuse me.
they have the grace to not be offended by your patois. But
Good.
they just keep going, Maitu.
Might eat you.
I really don't want to see what could make these things violent and what they would be capable of.
We just go then.
We
You wanna
should
leave-
just go.
I mean, you could try gunning the truck and just
Yeah.
running them over.
I don't want to run them over, but okay, I am going to start getting the truck. And I'm going to lean on the horn, gun the truck, and go, just move, and just yell, just give them my best New York. Hey, I'm driving here. My
All
Jersey
right,
pet.
so you gun the truck, and one of them, like the two, there are 3 that were holding up the front of the truck. 2 of them kind of are look a little surprised, and they let go and like get out of the way. One of them stays there and just disappears under the front of the truck as the truck lurches forward.
Okay. Are there? Do we have a path in front of us at all, or are they just standing in front of us?
Well, those were the only ones in front of you. Most of
okay.
the rest are behind you.
All right. So
Oh, floor it.
floor it.
All
We're
right.
gonna go after 'em.
Flooring is not that impressive in
Yeah, no, I know.
on this territory. There are no roads.
Yeah, but we got to do it anyway.
But so you will easily, and you in your rear view mirror, you see these little things like padding after you. And you will quickly catch up to the caravan of
Cool.
people who are being carried.
Cool. Do we
um,
see one that's is the one that was under the truck? Did it get up, or is it?
It
laying
looks
there?
like he was not running. He's getting up. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good.
Are we gonna have to serpentine to keep them trotting behind us without
So the real problem is if you might have to, because you're going to get up to the caravan pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And once you're at the caravan, you're either going to slow down or you're going to start, running over PCs.
Yeah.
And I
Well,
mean,
we
you
could
have
do,
agents.
like-
This is
we
your big
could do-
chance.
loops around them as well? We could do large circles.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay. So how you're driving circles around the loping caravan?
Yeah. How fast are they going? Because I don't want to.
They're not going that fast.
Okay. So then we could drive around and
Sure.
while they're going, we'll go up here and then.
So they don't these things are dumb, but they're not stupid.
Right.
Like as soon as they realize you're going in a circle, they just wait.
Oh yeah. But we had to do it.
The second
Then
circle
we switch to figure eights.
so the second circle you make as you come around, there is about a dozen of them just standing there smiling. Maitu.
Not stopping, but I'm not going to run them over.
Well,
We
just
need to-
turn.
Those
Yeah.
2 sentences are at odds.
Turn.
Turn. Yeah.
All right, so they start to fan out, and they are definitely trying to grab the truck. They're
We're not leaning on the horn
actually-
again. And I'll just point forward. I'll lean on the horn and I'll point forward. We're going that way.
They don't. Once again, they seem not to understand. But they don't. The horn doesn't seem to bother them. It's really annoying you guys. As,
Yeah.
harsh
I
in
don't
your
want to run them
mellow.
over, Holly. I don't want to piss them off.
Just
We
turn and get some distance.
Okay. All right.
So are you turning away from the caravan or towards
Yes.
the caravan?
I'm going to turn away and go back and then come back again.
Okay. Yeah. They kind of pad after you and follow you. And then when you're coming back, you have to veer around them again. And so there's this whole cat and mouse thing going on.
Yep.
Make me a drive roll.
Can I assist by keeping an eye on where
Oh
they
yeah, that's hard.
or it's not necessary?
22.
Sure. Yeah. You were evading these things. You are evading these things admirably. They are not smart adversaries really.
No, but we're still going in that same direction, even though if we have to whack and buck.
We can go. We could always, if they've been going in a straight line this whole time, we can kind of guess where they're going, and maybe we can get there beforehand to see what. Because if there's like a big barbecue, then we should stop them.
You don't need to make a navigate roll. They're heading towards the Mountain of the Black Wind.
I was going to ask what direction we were heading, and if we're going toward the mountain, okay,
let's go.
We're going that way anyway.
Yeah. All right. I'll get used to getting ahead of them might be a good idea.
Jeez, if we could leave like a rope or something and pull one of them out, that looks like a horrible way to travel. That's all I'm saying.
No.
Gosh, I wonder what this. You're all seasoned travelers. So you all are starting to realize that you are being carried or driven towards the Mountain of the Black Wind, and you will not be there before night falls. So it will be dark while you are out here.
We might now want to consider hostile action.
There's really rather a lot of them.
Yeah, I mean, look at they've only got a couple of them holding Alex.
I can hang out the window with the gun and just pick them off as they're following us. That might be a horrible idea, but
I don't want them to. They've got our friends. If
and
we do that, they can just go.
We don't know that.
Yeah, we don't know that.
If we pull the group that's following us far enough away, they'll be the group carrying them will be none the wiser.
What, like a mile away? They're not going to hear gunshots?
No, they're not responding to the car horn. I mean, I'm throwing it out there.
Yeah. All right.
Do it, but like we have to come up with ideas.
It's about you're close to the equator, and it's summer, so it's not going to get dark until, let's say, 7-ish.
Yeah.
But you definitely, at the speed you're traveling, you will not reach the mountain.
They also don't have any food or water. Like by the time they get to the mountain, they're not going to be in a good state. And we don't.
You know how Emma gets when she doesn't hydrate.
Yep.
Which kind of hydration?
Yes. All of them. But
I'm
yeah. So we have overwhelming odds, and I'm just really worried that if we start something, we ain't going to be able to finish it.
I mean, I think us personally, if we start something, we'll be able to finish it. It's the others I'm worried about. With the rate these things move.
Yeah, when I said we, I meant the group, not just us.
Yeah.
God, I wish we could get close enough to talk to one of them. To see
they've been pretty monosyllabic in terms of their conversation.
I think it means with the get the other group far enough away and then circle around and have a quick chat with the rest.
I mean, you could sure, you could probably get around where you could like shout.
Yeah. They don't know. Okay.
But before you do that, we're gonna cut to the caravan. And are you guys just riding along?
I think
it's not uncomfortable, but it's not comfortable. It's just sort of, it's the longest piggyback ride you've ever gotten.
At some point, I'm gonna have to get off and pee.
They don't show any. There's no sign of slowing down. There's no sweat. There's no nothing. They just keep going.
Okay. I mean, I think we're gonna be fine as long as we're not dead flash, right?
I mean, it seems likely. And I'm also just like, if if Nitocris feels like she's in danger, she's going to start yelling at me or trying to take over. So right now I'm feeling pretty confident.
Well, they're taking us to somebody or some place, and then we'll see what happens. I think we're fine with that now.
It looks like they're taking us to the mountain. And we
Right.
were going there anyway. So
Well,
not ideal. This is going to hurt after a couple of hours, but
yeah, this is not that comfortable.
You do not want to go to that mountain, says Nitocris.
that's where we were going.
You were not going in not even you are dumb enough to go in the front door.
I mean, I go in whichever door presents itself to me. Is there more than one door in a mountain?
I could probably find them if I were in control.
Yes, you probably could.
And I could probably understand and explain what Maitu means.
Mm-hmm. Very likely. You do understand that the more that you take control, the more that they stop trusting me, right?
I just enjoy that you think they trust you. I felt you almost stab that child.
Yeah. And then I didn't.
And then you didn't.
Impulses are one thing, but what makes a person is what you choose to do.
Tell that to the people on the train. And what does that say about your boyfriend? I know about Cairo.
What about Cairo? There was a lot that happened in Cairo.
A poor street urchin who jumped you in the street and was crawling away bleeding and was executed. Oh, I know about Cairo. So, what does that say with your impulses about your friend? What about that porter on the train?
The porter that you slashed the throat of?
That was blood magic.
And?
My people, as with many people, believe that if you're going to kill something, you should use every part of it. I used every part of that man to save all of you. Your friend just blew a porter away because it was easy. What was that you said about impulse and how that makes you different?
I don't have control over other people. I only have control over myself.
I could give you control over other people.
No. Especially
the company you keep, and she's gone.
Bitch.
Are you arguing with her again? You know, from my headdress days, it does nothing except irritate you.
From my headdress days.
Glance over.
Nothing. You just become infuriated arguing with yourself and sound half crazy.
Well,
Because-
the problem with not arguing back is that she just keeps talking.
That sounds like the bloody headdress.
Just on and on and on, yapping away in my head.
I mean, I don't know how my parents did it, but like at some point they just.
And I'll like glance sideways over at Dawn and be like, on the other hand, she has interesting ideas.
Like what?
Just some ideas that she presented. I'm thinking about them.
We got nothing but time here on our little piggyback ride. What you got?
Oh, just things that I'm thinking on. I don't have complete thoughts on them yet. She does. I don't.
I'm sure she can read your mind anyway, so there's nobody here that's going to learn the secrets. These little fellows don't know what the hell we're saying.
No, I mean, I haven't formulated the thought enough to have a conversation about it.
Yeah, let me know when you got something. I'm having a great time back here.
Like dip a foot down, pushing against their hold a bit, just to flick a pebble up and watch it bounce ahead of us.
They don't react. They're just, they keep. Again, there's no like sign of fatigue. They're just inexorably tromping forward, slowly, but the definition of slowly but surely.
Huh.
You could probably walk faster than this.
Probably. Nitocris referred to them as children.
Sounds right. They look like it. Simple. They probably have a mother character we heard about earlier that perhaps creates all of them or whatnot. Wouldn't that be
Maybe
interesting?
afraid to meet the parents.
Oh, I'm sure we will. I'm sure we will in time.
A mother.
Yeah, mother.
Hmm.
All right, back to the truck. So you guys, in one of your loops, you pull around close enough that you can yell at the caravan.
Hey, we're thinking about killing some of the ones that are following us.
What bloody good would that do?
Well, then we might be able to help you.
We're fine. It's a little uncomfortable, but we'll be fine.
No, you're not. It's going to take more than a day.
And
You have no control over where they're taking you.
that way.
Front door, apparently.
Yeah. No, let's not do that.
Food. Tell them food. We need
Also,
food.
you have no food and water.
Throw
You're
me
not-
something, Doctor. I'll catch it. Here. Throw me something.
Water I could use. It's a little dry out here.
It is hot, yes.
If
come
there
on,
was
come
only a
on.
way you could put water into some containers and
I mean, you all have, you all have canteens, and if everybody that is on the, I mean, Emma has a flask, not a canteen. But, so you all have, a little. You have like less than a day's worth of water, or gin, or whatever.
But seriously, this is dumb.
I mean,
You don't know what these things are, what they're capable of.
no, but I know that I am well over 6 foot tall, and it only takes 2 of them to carry me. They are strong, and they outnumber us. How many have we seen? We must have seen all of them at this point.
I thought there
You've
was
seen
2
at least
dozen.
2 dozen.
2 dozen.
Yeah, they
it's
outnumber
4 to
us
1. Yeah.
So
pretty
should we
solidly
try
4 to
killing-
1.
Should we try killing the ones that are following us? Or are you worried that they're going to turn on you and start eating you?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
If you're gonna try anything dumb, send me my grenades over, please.
I am not throwing your grenades to you
No, please
Why
don't.
not?
because I'm not that good at throwing.
Put them in a bag and hand them over to me. Swing them over. Put them in my satchel and swing them over.
Are we
So-
getting close enough where that's real? Does that look realistic?
No, we'll just say, oh no, we can't get in the back of the truck while we're driving. No.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And I'll spin
Creighton
out
is-
and go, yeah.
Just that end the conversation when I'm like, give my grenades over.
You see grenades, the truck like
We
veers
have
off.
to go now. They're catching back up. Couldn't hear you.
Oh, we're getting pulled off course here.
We're going through a tunnel.
Outstanding.
Joan just starts.
All right, so night is starting to fall, and you are all, those of you not in the truck are acutely aware, because these little things, other than like constantly chanting under their breath, Maitu, are basically silent. And so you're very aware of all of the like wild animal sounds and things around you.
So there are animal sounds, right?
There are animal sounds, yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm a little less concerned about the animals, honestly, with these guys.
I'm gonna take a little nap.
Honestly, I'm right there with her, where I'm just like, this isn't the worst place that I've ever slept.
Yeah, it's kind of easy to doze off once the the pattern keeps going and that sort of thing. Yeah.
It's like one of those terrible 24-hour work days where you're just like, I'm just gonna close my eyes for a minute. And what?
All right, yeah. So, Dala, you see both Emma and Alex Chris are both like nodding off in their saddles.
And of course, they're being held up the whole time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, all right. So I'll try to get more comfortable. This is the weirdest place I've ever slept.
Yeah, it is less comfortable for a gentleman than it is for a lady for various reasons.
Our driver is still with us too, right? He's still being-
Creighton, yeah, actually, Creighton is probably the best off of all of you because he's got 4 carrying him, and so he's kind of like, he is almost crowd surfing, where he's just sort of laying back. And he like every once in a while he'll look back at the truck and be like, when he sees it, he's like, okay.
I wonder how much petrol that has.
That's what I was going to ask. I was going to ask
Well,
about.
yeah, I mean,
Spare cans.
we were gonna have to, after having that conversation, we were gonna have to plan on what we were doing.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, you look down, and of course the fuel gauge is broken.
Of course.
In fact, the fuel, there's not even a line. There's not even like the I don't even, what do you call the line there? The
Meter? I don't know.
the meter, yeah, whatever that, the little pink the little orange plastic thing. It's not even on there. You know that there are cans of there are gas cans on the truck, but you don't know when you're going to have to stop and refuel.
Just get some distance and we'll pour it in until some starts to come out and then get up and go again.
Do you want to do that before dark? Probably.
We want to do a lot of stuff before dark. Like we actually have to figure out what we're going to do, because do we hightail it to the mountain and try and get there while it's light to just
Where
scout
they're going?
around?
That might be a good idea to see if we can. They said they were going to the front door. So maybe we should try to get there, go farther past them, gas up, and then keep going.
It's either that or turn around,
No.
because they don't want us to kill the little gremlin things.
Yeah, I know. All right. So we're gonna voop past them, go, you know,
All right. So
ways.
the truck pulls ahead of you and starts to like get up to, almost 22 miles an hour.
Whoa.
And Creighton's like, hey, my truck, no. And he looks back at you. He's like, are they stealing my truck?
No, I think they're going the same place we are.
Wherever they think we're going.
I mean, we told them where we're going, or at least where we think we're going.
That way.
And so they will start to drive. So you're driving to the Mountain of the Black Wind.
How can they be so nonchalant when they know that they're being carried towards a mountain of pure evil?
You haven't been around these people long enough. Nothing, man. Yeah.
It's a little long for an episode title, but that is outstanding. He's so nonchalant.
This is not even in the top 10 of the worst things that has happened.
I mean, we were going there anyways. What's, riding in style.
Sort of. Yeah, definitely. As the truck pulls away, I'm definitely like nodding off.
All right, so the truck, you zoom ahead, and about 30 minutes after you zoom ahead, you like stop to refuel.
Yes.
And
we turn the truck so it's at an angle, so Joan
you can see
if they're
you
coming.
can, in the very far distance, you can see the little caravan. You notice that they are just about to cross into, and you have already crossed into, a very clear demarcation in the terrain, where before, as you were coming up, it was kind of veldt and a little bit of grassland, and now this is just like, this is dead land. This is everything short of like vultures like circling places. This is the terrain has changed drastically.
We can't stay long here.
Nope.
Back country.
Yeah.
So yeah, you get out and you fuel, and who is getting out of the truck?
I figure I'll get out so that way Joan can start driving. I'm going to take note of how full one of the gas cans feel and start.
All right. So there are 2 gas cans, and they are both pretty much full. And you take 2/3 of one to basically fill up the current gas tank. While you're out there, make me a listen roll.
Almost tempted to use not cursed dice.
Why
Oh,
start now?
79. Good. That transposed in my head. So no, I fail.
All right. Yeah, everything's fine.
No, I'm not that. No, no.
You
You're
whistle
wrong.
a merry tune as you put the.
Then that makes me know that everything's fine.
No, I try not to piss myself.
You get the can back in there, lashed to the side, and you take off again. And you're gonna get to the mountain about an hour after sundown.
Do we want to find somewhere further away from the mountain to camp for the night? I think that's a very good suggestion. It's bad out there.
Yeah. I don't know how much further. We have to be able to see them. We're gonna have to take turns sleeping.
Okay, but we can't be like, let's just get off to the side so those little gremlins can't stop us again. Like they're not going that fast, and we know approximately which way they're going. We should be able to figure.
There's no place to hide here. It's just right. Just
there is no place to hide.
No, it's more get distance.
So, oh man, I need to check.
Let it slide.
Whatever it is.
Don't worry about it.
Joan, you've got the calendar. What is the phase of the moon right now?
It's June 21st.
On June 21st.
It was just. Oh no, it's coming.
June 21st. It's completely dark.
Yeah.
It's a new moon. Yeah. Are you serious?
Yeah, the new moon.
Oh, outstanding. So
I hate this.
So yeah, without the headlights, you can see about 15 feet out from the truck.
Yeah, we're not. We have to.
You go to sleep. I'm gonna get some distance. I'm getting us away from here, and we'll just come back tomorrow.
But the sky is incredible.
Oh yeah, 20 billion stars.
Oh, pop open the sunroof then. Nothing can go wrong with that idea.
You could just go lay out on the roof and watch
until horrible pterodactyl things come down and grab us. Yeah, not falling for that one.
That hasn't happened in episodes. So you guys sit in the cab of the truck.
No, I'm driving.
Oh, you're gonna keep driving.
You're gonna drive?
I'm getting us. Yeah, we're not camping,
dude.
No. So you're just gonna go pull up to the mountain?
No, away from the mountain.
No, we have to be here when our friends get here.
This is suicide. We may as well go join them if that's the plan.
Well,
and if you want to do that, you can do that. I'm gonna get in the truck and I'm gonna get some distance, and I'll come back when it's light out.
But what if they get here in the dark and go in?
We'll know which way they've gone. We know where they're going. No, we're just they're gonna find us. We're gonna be trapped out here. You know it.
We have to follow them in.
Then hop out.
No.
It's the same thing. They're going to find us. We're not going to be able to move. They're going to carry us in. We're not going to be able to help.
But if we move away, we won't be able to see them. We won't know where they go.
Come back. That's the whole point of being
in the morning after they've already gone in the mountain and we have no which way they've gone.
You sleep. I'll keep driving and I'll just keep moving.
You're going to drive all night?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you wanted to go.
I'm getting some distance for sure. Then once it gets early, I'm going to turn around and come back. But in the night, how far can we see? We can't see them even if we stay here.
And with the headlights on, you are readily apparent.
Yeah. So you're going to drive around without the headlights?
Oh, no, I'm going to get some distance and have the headlights on. I'm going to be outside of the dead zone.
So you just entered the dead zone. And it seems the dead zone, it will shock you to learn, the dead zone seems to be an almost concentric circle around the mountain.
So you're going to go back out of this area.
And then I'm going to, as it gets towards like 3 or 4 in the morning, I'll come back. By the time you wake up, we'll be close.
Okay. All right. If you're going to be driving while I'm asleep, let me sleep. I'll sleep in the back. All right. I'm just afraid we won't be able to get back if we don't have enough gas, petrol.
Well, I'll be driving slowly, so we shouldn't use too much fuel. I'll be cruising at like maybe 10 miles an hour.
All right. All right. I'm wiped. So all right. I approve this plan.
So are you sleeping in the cab or the back of the truck?
Which is going to be more comfortable?
Yeah.
Well, the back of the truck will be more comfortable, except for the whole climbing in the dark,
Yeah.
hoping that
Yeah.
Hollister notices if you fall off.
We're doing this before it's dark out. Like, this isn't a conversation we have when it's night. This is a conversation for as the sun's coming down. It's like, okay, we need to figure out what we're doing now.
All right. Well, okay. In case something happens, I probably should be here in front, so I have to try to get back here. So I'm just gonna wrap up my wrap up all my clothes and I'll tuck in the corner.
And I'll top off the gas
All right.
if it needs
Yeah.
any more.
So you guys started, and so you essentially are now driving around the edge of the dead zone. Kind of.
Think more like an oval away from it, and then I'm gonna arc back as it gets a little past midnight.
Okay. The one benefit of being in the dead zone is that you haven't seen any wildlife. In the non-dead zone, there was definitely wildlife.
I'm still more concerned about what's in the dead zone.
There you go. They don't call it a dead zone for nothing. You all, once it gets dark, you can see very faintly off to the right the red brake lights of the truck seemingly driving away. And Creighton becomes really upset. He's like, my truck! And he starts to struggle. He'll starts to go, and he wrenches one of his arms free, and he goes, Flash, get to the truck, and his little dog starts to runs off into the thing, and Creighton will draw a revolver, and he's wrenched both arms free, and he's kind of now sitting up on these guys, and he's like, let me down, my truck.
Just wait, they're gonna come back, don't worry about it. And you should call your dog back, because I think your dog is gonna probably get eaten out there by something.
And he's just he sees his truck driving away with most of his worldly possessions, and
you gotta calm down. They're gonna come back for us.
They're coming back, fellow. Relax.
You're all terrifying him with your everything's fine. Oh man. All right. Yeah, he just critically failed a sanity roll. So he will surprisingly adeptly lurch out of the grasp of these things, and he just runs off after his dog, after the lights of his thing. And the four that were after him just plod off. The four that were carrying him plod off after him, going, Maitu.
I hope that dog survives.
Me too. Poor
You're
dog.
a dog, aren't you?
Come on, Flash is gonna survive.
Yeah.
We'll have to see him. We'll have to see if we see him.
What did you say, Donald?
You're more worried about the dog. I love it.
Yes. The dog didn't make a stupid decision.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like he's being followed. So if we do the same thing, they'll come eventually.
Right now, he's faster than them, but we'll see. As he gets tired.
Yeah, they have the endurance.
So you continue on for about an hour. And then you very faintly, but many of you are, actually all of you are very familiar with this. The truck, you don't hear this, but you guys in the caravan, you hear gunshots. You distinctly hear a pam, pam, pam.
What kind of gun would that be?
A pistol, a revolver.
Like what he was carrying, right?
Probably, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But you hear some gunshots. And then you hear 3 gunshots, and then you don't hear anything else.
There were 4 of them after him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not good for him. He had a lot more bullets than 3 in that revolver.
Well, 6 at least.
Right. 8 bullets. Who's ever heard of 8 bullets in a revolver? That's ridiculous.
Do we for sure know he had 6? I mean, God knows what he was doing before he got here.
I mean, the size of the chamber would be massive.
The Americans do all sorts of strange things.
I've never seen something like that.
So at this point, it's about probably 2 a.m, and the sky is incredible. The stars, like, you don't even recognize some of the stars you see, and not in a Cthulhu sense. But there is no moon. It is very dark. You can just about see each other.
The South Pacific.
We're a little further north of the equator, a little further south of the equator here, but yeah.
The Milky Way positions are somewhat similar, but yeah, you see all the stars tonight.
Beautiful.
Hollister, as you're driving, make me a drive roll.
I'm being careful. Can I get a bonus die?
Not in the dark.
Not even with the front lights on? Okay. Oh, yeah, I failed, but it wasn't a critical fumble.
All right, yeah, so you are driving very slowly, so that helps you out. And you are, but you do not come across Creighton. So you just keep driving as if you don't have any sense of that happening. So you're driving on. About 4:30 a.m, everybody in the caravan, make me a con roll.
But we're the caravan. Okay.
Yep.
This is the moment when I'm glad to be in Nitocris' body.
Yeah, I failed that. I'm exhausted.
I missed it by 1.
You could spend luck.
Do it.
Actually, my con is like 80. Should we the two of us just roll again?
I think both of you should re-roll. Yeah.
All right.
Why not?
All right, let's see.
I don't want you guys at disadvantage dice.
Success with the reroll.
Oh, yeah.
53.
All right. So somehow you're all still awake. You've like dozed on and off, but as you reach the mountain, you are awake. It is 5 a.m, and the sky is just starting to get pink where the sun is going to rise. And they bring you you are at the foot of the mountain, and they will start to walk at like a 25 to 30 degree angle. They start to walk up the mountain, just like padding up barefoot, carrying you. And the Creighton and the 4 that were with him are nowhere to be seen. The truck is also not, you don't see it. Well, actually, you see headlights way in the distance.
Yeah, okay. I'm craning to look at those and getting a sense for where they are relative to us, but
We got a flare gun in the back there. I probably should have grabbed that. Oh, shame.
what?
A flare gun we brought in the back of one of those crates. But I guess Jones got it now.
So I dropped some garbage out of my pockets.
All right. Yeah, you drop you drop something, and there's no worry of birds here eating breadcrumbs. They totally ignore everything you do.
Okay.
They basically with monomaniacal purpose just keep like marching ahead. Maitu. All right, so at the truck, Hollister, first light, you're going to start heading towards the mountain.
A little sooner.
Okay.
Yeah, I assume I have a watch or something.
Do you wake me up so I can take over, or?
Oh yeah, Hollister, make me a con roll.
That's not a bad idea. I mean, the thing is, you said that you wanted to sleep.
At this point, Lamb's gotten probably 4 hours of sleep. So you're.
I'll let Lamb keep sleeping.
Okay.
I also don't know how she's been doing after the time stuff was done to her. I know that wreaked havoc on her.
It's true. So you, at first light, you're going to start driving back towards the mountain. So you.
For that.
Yeah. So you about 5, you start to like turn towards the mountain.
First light is when I hop out and fill the gas again.
Okay. You you turn the truck, you were driving away from it, you turn it around towards it, and like as you come around, you see like looking up and getting like headlight eyes, you see one of those little things over the body of Creighton, just like with blood all over its mouth.
Bump, bump.
All right. Yeah, you just run the thing over. There is indeed a mighty bump. Joan, you wake up as there's like a bump.
Whoa, what happened?
Sorry,
What happened, Holly?
Go back to sleep. It was a rock. Just
okay. We going back now, Holly?
yeah,
we going back?
We're heading back.
Hollister and Lamb, make me listen rolls.
Oh, is that rock on the car? I do not make my listen roll.
All right, everything's fine.
No. Can we get inspiration?
Somebody should re-roll. Somebody with a good listen should re-roll.
How's Jones listen?
61.
Yeah, you should re-roll.
Yeah, do it.
All right, I'll re-roll. Oh, wait. I'm now awake, so I'll listen. No.
All right, everything is even finer.
Was it worse?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was worse.
It was an Amy. Oh no.
But it wasn't
It wasn't an Emma.
Not an Emma. Yeah, so everything's fine. All right. So about an hour later, it's just about sunrise, and you hear the unmistakable sound of the truck, like the knock of running out of fuel.
Oh yeah, it's a good time to, now that there's light. Can you take watch and I'll fill it?
Yes.
All right. So you're sitting in the cab, like watching.
And
Yeah.
I'm gonna, do the lookout and see if any of those things.
Both of you make me a spot hidden roll.
All right.
Oh my goodness! Finally made a roll.
Yay!
Check that off.
All right.
Yep,
So
regular success.
nice. So you see running pell-mell towards you in through the deadland, you see Creighton's dog, Flash.
Flash. Oh.
Flash comes to the back of the truck and starts barking.
Uh-oh.
What is it, boy?
All right.
What do you?
You're outside already, so go ahead.
Hollister's out of the truck.
Can I see the mountain from where I am? Can I see them walking?
Oh yeah,
up
the
it?
mountain is right in front of you.
And I can see them walking up it.
Oh no.
All right.
It's far enough away and they're small enough that no.
Okay.
You need to be looking in the nearby action.
I am. I
Definitely
gotta look everywhere.
To tell me.
You're
revolver is out.
You're still probably like 2 to 3 hours driving to the mountain. So yeah, you get out and you go to you get the fuel thing, and you go.
Where's the dog barking?
Yeah.
At the tailgate of the truck.
Yeah.
What is it, Lassie?
Yeah.
You're gonna go around to the back of the truck?
Yeah. What is it, Scooby? What do you see?
The dog is just like growling and barking and like looking at the back of the truck.
Yeah, I'm looking in, and I've got the revolver out.
You don't. There's no. There. You don't see anything there. Make me a dex roll.
Oh. You're making me make a dex roll.
I am. Hey, guess whose blind spot you're in now?
Guess who rolled a 99?
Oh,
There it is.
All right. So,
There it is.
you know what? I think we're gonna go to break.
Hey.
While I think about this. Oh man.
This wonderful turn of affairs.
Wow. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So
Ollie!
we will be back just as soon as well, there are 6 of us. As soon as 6 people can use 6 bathrooms, and we'll see what happens to for Dr. Hollister.
Bye, Dr. Hollister.
Nice.
Welcome back, internet friends. The answer you're looking for is not Snickers bar. It's O. Henry or Baby Ruth. Those were the two most popular candy bars in the 20s.
Do you know that in like the 30s, candy corn was invented? The best candy ever.
You're so wrong. You are so wrong.
You know what I love about candy corn? It's so
Nothing.
polarizing. It's so polarizing. Like everybody's like, I love it or I hate it. There's no like middle of the ground candy corn people.
Oh, me.
Wait,
I'm in
one
the middle.
person.
I don't feel strongly either way.
One person loves candy corn, and that's you.
No.
Everyone else is united.
I think Warren's.
I love that stuff, man. Sign me up.
Yeah. Candy corn's the best.
A roof falls, you all die. I'm leaving.
Candy
I'm
corn.
out in the open. Does that mean I live?
I will say candy corn was a lot better when I was a kid. It's gotten waxier as I've gotten older. I don't know if the recipe changed or what, but I used to really love candy corn, like hiding little caches of it everywhere in my room. And now I'm indifferent.
Like some
Some
kind
like
of
candy corn are the people that think white chocolate is chocolate.
It is.
No, it's not. But I used to
Kind
eat.
of.
Tasty
Hershey's
sugar
makes a fantastic little cookies and cream nugget with it. So
White chocolate is.
Yeah, I do enjoy the Hershey's. Okay. Anyway, should I tell you about JD? Should I? You know what? Forget it. Your feelings on candy corn, JD Matthews. I can't give Ezra these bits. I am sorry. I cannot do it.
Correct.
Yeah.
And Tamagatora, this is for the mountain. I'm
Yeah.
the mountain.
I'm not.
I don't.
Muhammad goes to the mountain.
I'm the mountain now. God, I'm. It is a sign. I'm gonna just say it is a sign of my professionalism and how seriously I take my commitment, my contractual obligation to Quests and Chaos, that I am not just storming out of here after that candy corn apostasy.
Someone should make a candy corn muffin.
Please.
It already is a muffin.
Mhm.
Already is a muffin. This just makes it easier to do what I'm about to do to you.
Uh-oh.
You know what? I'm in a good mood now. It's okay. Do your worst.
The dog is like growling and barking and all this stuff. And you step around, you're like, what is it, boy? And all of a sudden, a very familiar little arm reaches out from under the truck and just puts a iron grip on your ankle.
Yeah.
Do you yell? Do you say anything? Do I know?
Oh yeah. Can I see it?
Do you need to?
Yes.
I think Amy's laughing at the same thing I am. I have displeased the muffin mage.
I'm claiming these 500 bits to the players because Ezra dissed muffins and his favorite candy. I feel like this one has double power.
Oh, God.
It really should.
And the corn power.
Oh, that is...
Hang on. Mwah.
Man.
It's the best bit ever. Thank you, Muffin Mage.
Thank you, Muffin Mage. You might have just saved Hollister.
All right. Well, Holly, are you screaming? Can I hear you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm gonna well, let's see. I have got yes, I do have that
You
one
floor it
pistol.
and leave me behind. Oh, that's good too.
So this thing has just a death grip on your ankle, and we're going to go into initiatives.
That's where I'm last.
You might not be last. These things are pretty. Speed is they're not speedy. Professor Lamb, I believe you're in the 60s, so I think you're going first.
Yes, my dex is 65. So I will I'm gonna jump out of the cabin and go and see what Hollister's yelling about.
All right, so you will make it around. You jump out, you run around the side of the truck, and you see a little pygmy. Make me a spot hidden roll, actually.
Okay. Oh yeah.
All right, so you will see a trail of some sort of liquid that is going from where the truck was for as far back as you can see. And you also see a tiny little fist grasped hard around Hollister's ankle.
Okay. The trail of liquid, does it look like it was gasoline?
Oh yeah.
Shoot. All right. And I see the little hand. All right. What I'm going to do is
Hollister is completely fixated on this.
I'm going to stomp on the hand on that's holding on to Hollister. I don't want to try to shoot. I'm not good enough at shooting to try to shoot the hand
that you just held up.
Is that like Minecraft gun? Weird.
Yeah.
It's also a flotation device if we're like, her gun is like a flotation device in case we're on the boat with the Baroness or whatever. Or I'm sorry, the Duchess.
Ooh. Yes.
All right. So yeah, you stomp down on this hand.
Yeah.
Make me a fight brawl roll.
Yeah. Oh, 0-8.
All right, you step down and you hear crunching sounds.
Yes.
But the hand doesn't move. It just stays on there. Doesn't react at all.
It doesn't react to that massive blow.
No,
I just gave
and
it?
yeah, you crunch down and there's like a footprint in the arm now.
It doesn't move. It doesn't do anything. I'm like, Holly, come on.
What do you think I'm trying to do?
So what happens? I'm gonna try to pull Holly just because I crunched the arm. Maybe we can pull him out.
All right, you are in another tug of war. Make me a strength roll, and you get a bonus die because Hollister will. Are you gonna try and go with her? Or are you gonna just stand there? What are you?
Oh no, I'm definitely trying to move away. Although I'm
right.
panicking.
All right, so you get a bonus die,
and I've got my gun pointed at it.
I'm having a good run. I got a 0-3 this time, which is.
I'm gonna make that chart, damn it, and you're gonna see. You pull him, and you start to pull this little pygmy out. It's not letting go of his leg, but it is now being dragged out from the body. It is covered in gasoline.
Oh, dang! One of them got in here with us. Dang it! Ooh.
So it is got it's still holding on, and it's like Maichu. But you have now
that flare gun
halfway out from under the truck.
It's attached to me.
We need to set on fire. What else do we have for fire?
You certainly have matches on you.
Okay, sweet. I'm gonna set it on fire.
Well, can I shoot at it first?
Yeah. So she is pulling you. She's dragging it out, and you see this thing. You now see this little it's looking up at you with the same pointy toothed smile, just saying "my YouTube." And it's about halfway out from under the truck.
And this thing is just not moving. They're very basically. I'm putting my gun closer and closer towards its open mouth. Yeah. And I'm just seeing how it's responding.
It's not. It's still looking up at you, and it's gonna try and pull itself up so it can pick you up, but it's not reacting to the gun at all.
Oh, wow.
Let me.
I'm gonna say, make me an intelligence roll, Hollister. Since you're pondering this as opposed to just acting.
Yeah.
All right. It's covered in gasoline, and there's a trail of gasoline going under the truck.
Yeah, but gasoline needs a spark.
Say,
from a firing mechanism from the gun.
If you miss, it glints off the ground or something.
Sure, if there's pieces of fence or something on the ground, shooting a gun into the dirt is not going to make a spark.
Sure.
Unless somehow these things are made out of metal, then I'm hosed.
Sure.
Well, can we get it away from the truck, maybe, Holly? Come on, let's just keep pulling it.
It's help pull. We'll pull it away, and then I'll put one in its mouth.
All right. Yeah, you drag it about 10 feet away from the truck. You can just line up easily and fire the shot.
Well, 3. I'm gonna do the full 3.
All right. Blam, blam, blam.
I'm not gonna trust that one is gonna.
Okay. Yeah. The first shot, you see the dog scared, and it jumps into the back of the truck, and it's cowering in the back of the truck. By the third shot, you have turned this thing's face into just goo. and it's like its hand, like after the third shot, its hand lets go, and it's like sort of twitching, and it's like it looks like where its mouth used to be, it's trying to like open its mouth and say something, but
we know what it's trying to say. It's okay.
But that's
We don't
horrible.
no, we don't
It
have time.
sabotaged the truck. How did it sabotage the truck?
Do we have a torch?
yeah, you have a flashlight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Flashlight, not a
Yeah,
torch.
you look under the
You think
truck.
torch and you think the truck and you think, but no, not that kind of torch.
Right.
You're pretty sure that one that you ran over just sort of went up with its claws and held on.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that out loud. I'm going to, get the torch and look under the truck and see what kind of damage it's done and see if there's.
Luckily, it missed the axles, but the gas tank has been fully punctured.
God, do we have chewing gum or anything?
It's been clawed all the way down or just punctured or?
No, it was slowly sliding down as you were driving and it was being pulled along. It was slowly sliding down. So the gas tank has been ribboned.
So shoot. I wonder how long it's been there. We were driving for a long time. Wow.
It must have been behind that rock. Since that rock.
Behind the rock you hit?
That makes sense. That's why I didn't see it. It was behind it. Okay. So now with that out of the way, do we have anything at all that I can think of for repairing this?
You can go through your stuff. Make me a luck roll as you search through everything. What kind of success did you get?
Would have been a regular.
So you needed you think you can do like spot repairs, but it's not gonna. You're gonna be wasting a lot of gas.
Dang it,
Joan. Did you find anything? Were you helping to look
to fix the truck?
So neither of you. Well, I'm not going to assume. Does either of you have any mechanical repair skill?
I'm mostly electronic repair, but
so this is
just plugging up a hole. This is if we can get something where the.
Well, we have first aid kits, right? Can we use the bandages from them or anything?
The problem, I mean, they're semi-absorbent, but like I said, you're going to be wasting a lot of gasoline.
I mean, when was rubber cement invented? Because that might be in no joke, that might be in the medical kit.
Yeah.
In terms of medicine, it was not like I don't think it was in the 20s. I
was thinking like duct tape substitutes, and I was thinking, bandage wrapping kind of stuff. But
yeah, I don't think those are that.
Yeah. Well, okay. The thing is, why don't we drive the truck far enough?
I mean, it's already
it's out of gas. We can't. Oh, shoot. Okay, I was going to say, why don't we drive it until it runs out of gas, and then we hike from there. We've got to get back. Is there anything in here that we need to carry?
Well, at this point, one of the gas tanks is empty.
We could use that.
So one gas can has a third left in it. The other one is full.
Can we use the gas can
into the first one?
Can we use the gas can as the gas can?
That bypassing the fuel tank of the truck probably goes beyond your
yeah.
No, I mean the best thing we could do is sacrifice one of the gas cans, carve up the sheet metal, and then try to affix it somehow. But I don't know what we have to hold it in place and prevent leakage.
Yeah. The only thing I could think of was bandages, but they're not that strong.
That's going to be massive.
Wow, there's a website called The History of Glue. It's great reading.
Actually, between everything we have, can I use my chemistry to try and just basically make some sort of adhesive?
You know what? I'll give you a chemistry roll. I'm gonna need a hard success here. given that you don't have.
You want inspiration? It's only a 30% chance.
You know what? I'll even make you an offer. I will give you a bonus die on this roll if you cannibalize the hand grenades for materials.
Oh, yeah, we can. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so you have a bonus die on this roll.
All of them? Do you have to? Does he have to cannibalize all of them?
All the yeah. It may shock you to learn that hand grenades don't have a lot in them. So
yeah,
I second that re-roll.
I'm irate when I find this out.
Oh, it will not be brought up, please. You've got to be kidding me.
Is it worse?
Okay, at what point is something a critical fumble?
96.
95.
All right. So there's
a bonus die?
With a bonus die, you got that?
Bonus die, I rolled 2 90s and a 5. Yes.
Wow.
You know how my dice work.
That
New dice, man.
that is the
New dice.
that is the amiest of Amy's.
That is the amiest of Amy's.
Do we
Can't
have
get
to
much-
gift you some birds of paradise just to make this stop?
I was going to say, Ezra, you got to put that on your list of things, right?
Yeah. So there is an uncomfortable moment. So Dr. Hollister has fought these 6 hand grenades out and he's taking them apart. And there's an uncomfortable moment as very close to the truck and, you know, these puddles of gas, he looks up at you and he says, "This might explode." And then it doesn't explode, but he's like, but it's either going to work or it's going to explode. And then he realizes there's a third option and it doesn't explode and it doesn't work.
Well, we still have our eyebrows. Let's just count our blessings.
And your fingers.
That's my favorite sentence said today.
Yes, we still got our eyebrows.
I guess we're walking.
Holly.
I'm exhausted, by the way. I was actually counting on you driving the rest of the way back and getting in a little nap.
So
Well, it looks like we're in a hiking mode now.
I do want to retcon something based on during the break, Nick explained to me exactly how they were driving. So you figure you're about a 2-hour walk, maybe, from the mountain.
We got some water. We got some food. We got to go.
Yeah, we'll fill up the bags. In
God,
lieu
this
of the
poor guy's
grenade,
truck. Dang.
should we bring a gas tank with us?
In case we need. I
To
don't know
set
if I want to
everything
try to
on
lug
fire.
that.
Yeah.
Oh. God, it's too
Yes.
bad we can't. We don't have any. We don't have anything with rolly things on it. We don't have any rolly
No, the rolly
suitcases or a
suitcase is
dolly.
sadly still a ways away.
No dollies, nothing like that.
You could
Nope,
maybe-
we're filling up bags and we're carrying.
You could try and attach a sled to Flash, but
You should feed Flash.
Yeah.
We'll give Flash some food and water for sure.
Flash seems to want to stay in the back of the truck.
I don't want him to be out here by himself. He's got to come back for his master. We got to get him his master back.
We should get going.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna do a leash for Flash.
He's at a
Oh no,
farm.
if something happens, Flash needs to be able to get away.
Well, he's
mean-
not gonna follow us unless we leash him.
Oh no, let him stay here. It's an old dog.
He can
they-
learn new
they-
tricks.
They didn't attack it.
How old are
The
you?
dog is
Hollister?
literally safer here than with us. Anything is safer here than with us.
Why am I keep listening to you? Why do I keep listening to you? I'm okay. All right.
I
I'll leave the
wrong?
dog here.
If I'm wrong, you can tell me that I'm wrong.
I'm listening to you, Holly. Let's
Yeah,
go.
Flash seems very content to like curl up in the bed in the back of the truck. You know, he quickly you've got your that you put out a bowl of food and water, and he knows where the rest of the food is, so he's just gonna sit in here and chow down and sleep. He's very happy.
Yeah. Well, take as much as we can. People stuff.
You load yourselves down. I will I'll say if it's anything other than like a basic piece of equipment, you'll both have a bonus die to the luck die to see if you have something in there, because you pack a bunch of stuff.
Flare guns, medical.
I'm sorry, didn't quite follow that. Do you want us to make a die roll?
So you know how you ask, like, do I have this? And I say make a luck roll.
Yeah.
You guys are packing stuff up. You'll have a bonus die on that luck roll to see if you have something.
Okay.
As long as it's, pretty standard. There wasn't a ton of exotic stuff. You didn't bring a ton of exotic stuff, and most of the exotic stuff just got ruined in a chemistry experiment.
Yep. Well, I have my gun, and I have my my very, very cool.
Yes, the toy chest is open.
Egg timer.
All right, so you guys start hoofing it to the mountain, and we cut to the mountain, where as the sun rises on this foreboding mountain, you've been walking steadily at an incline for about 30 minutes, and you start to notice that it's getting chillier with the as you're getting up in elevation. They definitely they don't slow down when they start going up the incline, and they're very sure-footed. And about 30 minutes from there, they will start to head inside a tunnel. And at that point,
let's mark this tunnel. Let's leave something behind here. This tunnel.
Yeah, I've been sporadically.
Emma's been dropping garbage.
Yeah, candy wrappers,
I
Kleenex.
was gonna say she's carrying a Snickers bar wrapper in her pocket.
Yeah, pretty much.
But you're also, it's also like there's not a bunch of cave openings in this mountain. This, like people would find this pretty quickly if they were looking for how did they go in the mountain, and so as you come in, you feel rather than hear a voice, and each of you feel it, and you hear a voice say, Raja, what did you bring me, Raja? What did you bring, Mama? And the little guys, like, they seem to speed up and get excited, like, Maichu.
A British accent out here. What the hell?
Roger?
Mama wants her babies.
That's what we thought.
Oh, that's horrifying.
Oh, it gets more horrifying.
Of course it does. This is Call of Cthulhu.
So you head into this tunnel, and you start to go down, and you're descending into the mountain. And it's kind of this spiral down, and you see like weird light way, way, way down there. And you feel like you're now below the surface. And you, the whole way down, you keep it, again, you're not hearing this voice, you're feeling it. Mm-hmm. Raja, come on, come to your mother. And coming down. You go down for almost an hour in this weird spiral thing, and they're just like, Maichu. And you level off, and in front of you is another dozen of those little things. And they're just like standing there, doing a little like, Maichu, like as they bring you down. And you notice lots of bones sitting around here.
Human bones?
Huh?
Human bones?
Make me a medical roll.
Bones,
bones is bones unless you're, it wouldn't be, it would be slightly more foreboding if they were human bones, I guess, but not much. And you are, you're brought into this large chamber underground. It's a huge cave. It is dimly lit so in the middle of this room is a massive slug a phosphorescent slug. It's about 20 feet long, and at the very end of the slug, sort of the massive bulbous body tapers off, and there is the bust of a blonde woman who you recognize as Hypatia Masters.
Ah.
So when you say the bust, do you mean like from the head into
From about from about her maybe just above her waist up is, but it's like almost vestigial. Like it's sort of just she's lolling around on top of this thing. And as you come in, and why you make, the thing that finally makes you make sanity rolls for this.
Right.
She says, hold on, Raja. I will look at what you brought me in a second. Mommy's having babies. And there is a horrible, like, boomf noise. And 3 more of those little things pop out of her and start going, Maichu, Maichu. And everybody makes sanity rolls. Alexandra.
Uh-huh.
Does this remind you of anything? Do you feel, I'm going to give you the option, if this is too evocative of the stuff in Peru, let me put it this way. Explain to me why this is not too evocative of the stuff in Peru.
Well, what this makes me think of is more like Jabba the Hutt than a sleek little maggot swimming through fat. It's more Jabba instead of Francois. And
right,
this is entirely too big. This is entirely too big to get down my throat.
Nobody clip that. For God's sakes, no one clip that. That's it.
Someone clip that, I'm begging you.
All right.
Cool, I made it.
You're surprisingly okay with this.
I'm
all right.
okay with it.
Did anybody miss it?
I did.
All right. So if you missed it, you're going to lose 4 sanity,
Yay.
which is a very lucky number. And if you made it, you're going to lose 1.
Okay.
And so she'll kind of like, there's this effort to like bring her torso to where she can see you. And it's sort of like, bending herself over, and she says, oh, hello. You met Raja.
You must be Miss Hypatia Masters.
Where the hell is Roger?
That's Roger. And she points at the little thing. And that's Raja. She points at another one. And that's Raja. And and that's Raja. And that's Raja.
All right.
But what happened to what happened to Roger Carlyle?
Oh, I don't know. He got me pregnant and then he left. Men, huh? But he's coming back, I'm sure of it. Imweru tells me he'll come back, and then I'll stop having babies. But I love my babies. Who are you?
I literally have no words.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I took a big sanity hit here. I'm a little bit.
All right, so I put after I almost threw up in my mouth, I put my shit together.
Are we able to stand up?
To Hypatia Masters and introduce myself. Love.
Oh wait, so you walk up, and she is rather high up in the air, and so there's this weird, like, she lolls all the way down, and you start to get worried that this massive slug is gonna like roll over on you, but it seems like it's kind of wedged. Her bottom half is wedged in rocks, and so she comes down and she says, "Nice to meet you."
And I do sort of the dainty little, nice to meet you too, like, you know what I mean, like the queen sort of
right.
like.
Your hand comes away slimy.
Oh, can I tell what the rest of her is made of?
Good God, no! It is awful. This is not.
Flammable.
She is. I mean. What kind of question is that for Emma to ask? Everything's flammable at a certain point.
I'm just saying, do I need any lubricant ignition, or can I just light the match and walk the fuck away?
I mean, it seems usually organic stuff is a little harder to just light straight on fire. You're gonna need more than just a match.
Okay.
So you're Emma. Who are your friends?
Oh, this
Who
is
did
Alexander
Roger bring me?
and Donald. We're here to have tea, maybe have a drink. You know what? We came to have a drink and talk about men. What kind of scumbags?
Oh, men. Boy.
And I'm like looking at Donald. I'm like,
oh, wait, hold on.
The drinks I'll do.
Hold on. Excuse me just 1 minute.
No.
Stop that.
And like 2 more pop out of her.
Do you have control of that? Or can you?
Of my babies?
Yeah.
I have to keep making babies.
Well, why do you have to keep making them? I mean, look, we are not put on this earth to just make babies.
Why you can't? Wait, that's not what my religion says.
Well,
I'm every girl's dream. I'm barefoot and pregnant.
Women's suffrage. Missed this one.
Mm-hmm. What religion is that? What religion did Roger talk you into?
Oh, it was there was something about rings in the sky, in space. I don't know. I didn't listen to a lot of it. I just know that I am here to keep making Roger. I love Roger.
When's the last time Roger's been here?
Well, he's here now. There's Roger.
I'm
And there's Roger. And
I'm
there's
talking about
Roger.
Roger Carlyle. Why is he not fulfilling his husbandry duties here right now? Look at all these brats running around.
They're not brats. They're good boys. Look, they brought me you. I told them I was hungry.
I'm here to talk some sense into you, lady. Your life is more than just making babies.
Well, what else is it?
We've got some
There's
food
a
in
whole
the truck.
world out there.
Oh, no, I don't go out there anymore. It's dangerous.
What do you mean it's dangerous?
I mean, it's dangerous. Look what happened to those nice people that we met.
What happened
What
to the
nice
nice
people?
people?
Well, there were all those nice tribesmen that got torn up. That's why I need Roger. He keeps me safe.
From what?
Yeah.
Or
What tore them up?
Well, the beast.
Just one beast, right? There's just one.
I mean, it's enough.
Okay.
What does the beast look like?
What does the beast look like? Well, the beast is terrible. It's really big. It stands on top of the mountain, and it's just got this big tongue coming out of a huge mouth at the top of its head.
Bloody tongue.
And does it do it? How often does it do that? Every day?
Well, no, the beast only comes out when Imweru calls it.
Oh.
But it doesn't bother me if Roger goes instead of me.
Roger goes where?
Oh.
To the top of the mountain.
To be sacrificed.
Oh. And how often does that happen?
I don't know. Time is such a relative concept.
I'm like, if I'm closer, I'm kind of like, I've got my hand behind me and I'm just like if you could see me from behind, I'm kind of snapping and like motioning to Alexander to be like, and you know what this means, right? I'm just like,
you know what this, are you asking for, is it a gesture like opening, grasping, looking for a dagger, or go forth and stab? They are different gestures.
You go forth and stab. I'm just like, it's the, come on.
All right, so Alexandra, you take a step forward,
Mm-hmm.
and suddenly you freeze, and you hear Nitocris in your head, and you hear her say, "That woman can make a new you. We can be rid of each other.
She's the mother.
I can make her do this, but you have to give me something."
You mean something other than control of your body back? You're getting a hell of a lot out of it, just getting your body back.
I'm getting the same thing you are out of it.
Then we're even on it. We both get the same thing.
Look, you know as well as I do that sooner or later, I'm going to take over. You've felt it. You know. I am patient. I am eternal. You are not until I take over. So I'm offering you the chance to get your body back. And all you have to do is take you and your Keystone Cups away from Africa and never come back here.
We have a job to do here.
I will do that job for you.
You'll seal the mountain.
I'm not an oath breaker like some people.
So
we keep our deals.
So you give
I
me
helped you on the train.
So you give me your word that you will seal the mountain?
I don't want this mountain kept safe. If I'm to rule Africa, this cannot continue.
It would be rather difficult to rule over people who are being torn to pieces by a beast. That's fair.
Darn it, I meant to look this up before I said this. Let me I have to see what the last Egyptian dynasty was. Last Egyptian dynasty.
Was it Cleopatra's, the Ptolemies, or no?
I mean,
yeah, but I'm looking for, I wanted a number.
That's in the first universe.
25th. All right, 25th.
Different.
All right. I will create the 26th dynasty. The pharaohate of Nitocris will rule Africa. I have seen it. You will leave. You will go do whatever you do in China. You will save this world for me, and I will give you your body back.
The circumstances make strange bedfellows, don't they? It's hard to rule over a world that gets destroyed by your husband or the friends that he brings in.
All of this has happened before, and all of it will happen again. This is your chance.
So we leave Africa when? So as not to break an oath.
You will walk out of this mountain. I will give you protection to Mombasa. You will get on a boat and you will go to China.
Deal.
Now tell your friends. Tell the oath breaker. If I want to be clear, if this oath is broken, dear.
Breaking?
If this oath is broken, you won't die. None of you will die. I will torture you forever. You will be far worse off than this woman. Tell your friends.
Donald, Emma, we have a way out of this, but you're going to have to trust me.
Of course I trust you, but what's the deal? What's going on?
We are going to let Nitocris do something.
Okay. What?
And when it's done, the mountain will get sealed.
Okay, well, that sounds good. What's the catch?
We leave Africa.
What's the catch? Let's go.
That's the catch.
I don't want to be here any more than you do. Let her see the fucking mountain. Let's go.
Emma?
If she's anything like her husband, You basically just got put between a rock and a hard place. There is no winning.
Not really, no.
I don't get it. What's the catch? What's the fucking catch?
Here's the deal.
The universe, the earth,
Well,
the Nile. I mean, just name it. Whatever it is, there's a catch.
here's the thing, Emma. Nitocris doesn't want to destroy the world. She wants to rule Africa. It's awfully hard to do that if the world is destroyed with
Right.
Africa attached to it.
She's on our side then. Fine. If she'll stop it, we'll go. We got other things to do.
How do I say this without her hearing?
You can.
Can't.
Is the world, it's not a question of is the world, it's all of the world or none of the world. You know, is it part of the world except Africa? Is that reasonable? I mean, think about it.
What's the catch? Do we have to do? We leave Africa? Fine. I can leave
No,
Africa.
it's Africa is doomed. Africa is doomed to an evil pharaoh, an evil empress, if you will.
I'm sure
And not
that-
only that, an immortal
Perfect.
empress.
Rich
I mean-
coming from her.
You-
You seen what she did to Emma World?
Oh God, that would be the best like amusement park ever with explosions. Okay, anyway, I'm back.
It would be like an even more dangerous version of that New Jersey 70s amusement park.
Donald, it's like saying to the Black Pharaoh, as long as we save the world, you can just have Africa and that's fine.
all right, counterpoint. Are we going to fucking seal this mountain, the three of us? What are we going to do? Seriously, what are we going to do? We don't have any innocent people here with us to do the chanting. We don't have any sacrifices. The three of us cannot stop this.
Me too.
I mean, these are about as innocent as they come.
Alexandra, I note that you haven't told them yet that you're going to get your body back.
Yeah, I haven't mentioned that part
Right,
yet.
Also, the other thing that I want to note is, if you'll remember back, Old Bundari told Nitocris that she would get everything she wanted, but at a price.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. I have two things that I would like to point out at this point. This is how I get my body back. That's part of the deal. Do you remember what our old friend said to Nitocris?
Yeah, of course, I remember.
She would get what she wanted, but at a price.
This is what she wants. It's happening.
Self-sacrifice.
Let her
I have-
sacrifice.
Well, I have a feeling that it's not going to be as easy as she thinks it is.
Good. This is how you get your body back.
This is how I get my body back.
Then we're doing this.
Emma?
My sword's on me, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I agree.
All right. So Nitocris says, give me control one last time.
All right.
I also take cover just in case this gets messy as
It's probably going to get pretty damn messy.
explosion.
So Nitocris will walk up to Hypatia, and she will start whispering in her ear. And Hypatia, who can't whisper, is like, "Oh, well that's not. I could try." And Nitocris pulls out one of the many knives that are now on her person at all times, and just jams it into her arm about at the interior of her elbow, and slices all the way down her arm, and then just jams it into Hypatia's mouth. And you see like blood is like bubbling up around Hypatia's mouth, and she's like, "Woo, woo, woo." And the little Rogers start to move towards her at that point. They start to move forward, going, "Maitsu, Maitsu." And Nitocris / Alex looks at you two and says, "Keep them back."
Fine. Do we have? Are they actually going to? Are they charging in? Do we have to do something?
They're just moving forward slowly.
All right. I'll move in there and try to intercede them.
Okay, yeah, they're kind of confused that you're in the way. They don't want to hurt you or anything. They're just trying to get around you.
I'll tell you, sit back, stay back.
Zone defense. We go into zone defense, people.
As long as it's not the prevent defense. And Hypatia is like, as she's drinking, being forced to drink this stuff, she starts to change color. And she's taking on more and more of a crimson hue. And Nitocris starts to chant horrible, awful words. And you're both glad that your backs are turned. Because like the light coming from Hypatia like starts to change colors, and there are awful sounds behind you. I'm gonna assume that neither of you is looking behind you.
Nope.
I'm playing defense. I keep little people away.
Yeah,
right.
There's a lot going on.
Don't look back, you'll turn into pillars of salt.
There's a lot going on. I'm like, zone defense, zone D, zone D.
And about 10 minutes of this, you both notice that the little pygmies start to get more insistent. And they're starting to try and push around you. At this point, Hollister, Lamb, you have arrived at the mountain. And you have made your way up and found that cave. And you're starting your way down. And as you're making your way down,
can you see all this garbage?
Yeah, that's how you got up
Goddamn
there.
tourists.
Pack it in and pack it out.
You feel this voice that's just kind of going like, no, I don't want it. No, I don't want it. No.
We got to pick up the pace.
Yes. No, we got to get going. Somebody's having a hard time. Wonder who that is.
You will kind of move down, and you come into a huge chamber that is full of about, let's say 36 of the little Rogers, all trying to apparently get to the once again adding to the list of most awful things you've ever seen. You see Alexandra with her arm sliced open and like jamming it into the mouth of the torso of a woman and the body of like a 20-foot long slug. Like,
so I'm going to yell at this point. I'm just going, Alexandra, do you need help?
First you're both going to make sanity rolls.
Yeah.
You might be doing more than that.
I've used up all the bad luck on these dice, so I'm pretty sure.
That's not how statistics work.
Yeah, I made it. Good.
Uh-oh. So, Joan, you're going to lose
Hollister
one.
is just so tired.
Sorry to say that.
You lose one, Joan.
All right.
What did you get, Nick?
What'd you roll?
I got a 96.
Oh.
You have to
Oh, God.
a 95 with a 96. That's the only way you can do it.
Wow.
It's so bad that he's locking up.
Yeah, that's right.
The internet's like, nope.
Yeah, the internet.
Internet's like, no.
Rules. Yeah, you know what, Hollister? You are overtaken by fatigue, and you're just like, this is some sort of like
in sludge all the way down, like right into the scene, like.
You're sure that this is just a sleep. This is like sleep deprivation making you hallucinate, and so none of this is real.
Unfortunately, that actually doesn't happen until the 36-hour mark. I can tell myself that, but no, this is madness inspired hallucination, not fatigue inspired.
Do you just grab onto me? Do you grab onto me to hold on, or what?
So you both see this woman's body that is glowing in this sickly it's the color of blood, but it's somehow emanating light. And you see, almost like a snake, you see this lump slowly making its way down the body of the thing. Hollister, what are you doing?
Can Hollister, given he rolled a 96.
Yeah.
So you should tell me what I can or can't do at this point.
Well, I mean, it's fight, flight, or freeze.
Okay, because the thing that he would try to do.
And you lose 6 sanity, by the way.
Take that, sanity.
It was nice while it lasted.
Wow.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is correct. He's still doing pretty good. The thing he would try to do would be to call out to Alexandria again to get her to come back. What would be the closest you think to that?
You're trying to get her to stop?
Yeah, because she's chanting, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's clear Nitocris is in charge. He'd
Probably.
be desperately trying to.
That's a good question.
He'd be desperately trying to. Yeah, if it's chanting, Alexandria doesn't chant.
All right. So you're gonna you're now one of the things that Donald and Emma are trying to keep from getting up there. You're working with the pygmies, essentially, trying to get to Alexandra to make her stop. All right, Joan.
Yeah, no, I didn't think of the whole Nitocris, taking over. I was asking, Alexandra, if she needed help or anything, because all I see is somebody munching on her.
Yeah. So Alexandra is being eaten by a weird slug lady, apparently.
And
yeah.
We're keeping everyone away from this situation.
Yeah, and you see the pygmies are trying to get to Alexandra, and Donald and Emma are essentially like pushing them away and like trying to block them in a very non-violent way so far.
All right, so I'm saying, Donald, what is the heck is going on?
It's important. They're trying to. It's important. Leave it alone. She'll take care of it.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
Fine. She's fine.
Just
All right.
It's going to seal the mountain.
Oh, okay. So this is a ritual. You found a ritual to seal the mountain. Beautiful.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I'll help you with that. I'll help you.
All right. So Hollister is just like, you're all fools, and he's trying to get past.
Yeah. No. Hollister.
The pygmies are starting to get more fervent about what they want to do, and they start to like the Maitu that they're saying starts to like get a little tinge of like anger to it, and Nitocris is like, not much longer to hold them back, and we're gonna go into initiatives. Because the pygmies now have to stop this. So, and maybe Hollister too, I don't know.
Maitu.
All right, Donald, since Nitocris is chanting on her initiative, you are the top initiative, so.
All right, of the threats to get through, is there one particular one that's broken past us? Is there
Not yet. But so it's mainly numbers right now. It's just, there's like 36 of them, and Dr. Hollister. You're aware that like Hollister is trying to like push past.
All right. Well, I want to basically have my rifle out to help to kind of,
Yeah, you're like pushing them away.
Use that and just I'll delay an action. If somebody gets past me, then I'll try to melee attack them.
Actually, when you start using your rifle, make me a your choice, either a dexterity or a strength roll opposed versus this thing.
I'll go dex on it.
All right. Probably a wise choice.
With a single regular success, 64.
All right, yeah. So one of these things like slices down with its fingers at your rifle, and you pull the rifle away, but it looks like it was going to try and cut your rifle in two.
Wow, okay.
They have and that's when you realize that they are stepping up their level of aggression.
Right.
For your action, you're like jamming them away with your rifle this round. All right. I think that was 70s, 60s. Joan?
got my crowbar, and I saw what they did, but yeah, that's a rifle. This is a crowbar, so I'm.
Same deal. You can make a strength or a dex roll.
Dex.
Oppose this thing. All right. Oh, birds of paradise.
45. I did good, but it wasn't hard.
Nope, I got an odd 9.
Oh.
So this thing just like swats your crowbar out of your hand, and your crowbar goes like flinging to the other side of the chamber, and it starts to like try to get past you. 60s, 50s. I don't know if Emma, like you, what are do either of you have lower than 20?
No.
All right, so you're both going before they do then. So I think it's Emma, then Hollister, then the guys.
Do I have, like, when I say torch, I mean like I want to make a torch, like a fire torch.
Yeah, you want to burn something.
Yeah.
You can find the pieces for it. So you're going to start assembling a torch?
Yep. So I'm going to take a stick, wrap some wire around it, and you know what I mean? Doing it kind of half-assed where I'm like kicking one and doing a thing and elbowing another one.
All right. Yeah.
if Hollister is nearby, you're going to notice that he has a gas can strapped to his.
Yeah. He does have a gas.
Also, too, if Hollister is nearby and he comes past me, I'm grabbing him. Like he's actually somebody that I would tangle with without a problem.
Thank you.
You want to hurt them. Like, that's like the second player that's like, I wouldn't mind taking a shot at Hollister.
I'm just saying, I'm not going to grab the things with the teeth and the nails. Hollister, on the other hand, I'm like.
Right. I feel like should have a better shot against Hollister instead of the little things with shark teeth.
Yep.
You can take him. All right, Hollister.
I am sobbing and pleading with Alexandria to stop this madness. You're better than this. You can fight it. Please.
Alexandra, make me a POW roll with your POW, not
With
this
my
is an
POW.
opposed roll.
Oh, do you need my POW?
Nope.
Okay.
16, hard success.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, here's what we're gonna do.
Oh no.
I'm gonna start a counter.
I've given control to Nitocris willingly. I'm not
You
fighting.
sure have, but Hollister's like, like seeing Hollister begging and pleading, you momentarily pull out of it, and you're aware of a really bad pain in your left arm. And you're also aware that Hypatia Masters is sucking blood out of you for some reason. And you see like, Hollister like begging you to stop, like cut through everything that was going on. You're also very aware that Nitocris is pissed. All right, so that means this timer will not decrement this round. Okay, 20s. So Donald, Joan, are they smart enough to know that Hollister is? Oh wow, yeah, he's one of us. They're fine with Hollister. So the other three of you should make me you can either make a dodge roll or a strength roll, your choice. But it's going to be opposed. So Emma, are you doing dodge or strength?
I'm going to do strength. That's better.
Okay. Oh wow.
Ooh, 10.
Birds of Paradise giveth. Birds
Actually,
of
you
Paradise
know what?
taketh
It's
away.
not 10, it's 1 because the 10 is a 1, right? Or what's the 10 on the 10? Somebody
Wait,
explain this to me.
Did you just roll 100? No, you rolled a 10. Yeah, the 0,
Yeah,
the 10 is a 0.
On the
You're good.
10s, I rolled a 0.
Yeah, you're good.
And on the 1s, I rolled a 10. So
You're
it's
good.
something.
That's
It's
10.
10.
But he rolled a 99, so it doesn't matter. So this pygmy like comes up to you and he tries to pick you up, and you just push him away, and you knock like 4 other pygmies off. So next round they will have a disadvantage die against you. Professor Lamb's dodge or strength?
I'm doing strength.
Okay. Oh, Birds of Paradise giveth.
01.
Not that much. All right, so like you are grappling with one of these things, and
I no longer have my.
That's right. You are holding your own. Donald, dodge or strength?
I rolled dodge and I rolled 97.
Oh,
All right.
Sorry.
I'm not alone. Thank you. And that is one
Yeah,
higher than what I did.
All right,
welcome.
so this is the one who tried to slice your rifle. So what happens is you, in a very Donald moment, you're like, save the rifle, and you get sliced down your chest, and you take 2 points of damage.
Okay.
That's really sad that I rolled a D8, and that's what happens when you roll not Birds of Paradise. I can't find the D8 of my set. It's around here somewhere. All right, so yeah, you get sliced, but your rifle is fine.
Okay, good. That's good. I'm okay.
Yeah. And so they put because of Alexander, all that stuff, the timer doesn't decrement, so they push forward a little bit. Like, you guys have lost a little ground. Yeah, all right, so top of the lineup, Donald, we're back to you. These things, it's clear the gloves are off now.
Oh god. All right. The nearest one that's getting through, I think I want to just clock him with my rifle, like with the butt of the
I love it. Yeah, make a fight brawl.
All right. So that's 0-8. So that's a much better roll.
Oh god, yeah. He does not dodge. So give me a D6. That's a club. That's basically club plus your damage bonus if you have one.
And so that would be the extreme success. So it just should be max damage, or
It's no. The extreme success is double damage.
Roll dice.
so that's a 6 plus what's the other die?
Your damage bonus if you have one.
Is none. So
Okay, so roll. You do double damage. So roll a 6 again.
yeah. And plus 2.
All right, so 8 points of damage. You like crunch this thing right in the face, and there's like a little like indentation in when it does it. It's like Maitu, and it staggers backwards some, and you crunch it good. Right, that was 70s, 60s, Professor Lamb. You are locked with this thing. You're grappling with one.
Yeah.
But grappling with it is like blocking several of them from getting
Good, because I'm trying to do that kind of, and I want to basically, I'm going to use it as a way of blocking the other ones. I'm going to stretch it out, hold its arms.
Yeah, you're doing that. So go ahead.
Hitting yourself.
Make a fight brawl roll. This will be a opposed fight brawl.
Okay. No.
All right.
Can I re-roll that, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, go for it.
I mean, you got the inspiration, so.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try it again because I want to keep a hold of this thing. Yes, I just made it. Okay.
Oh.
59.
Okay, so you
Yes.
so it got a better, or it got the same success as you. So you guys continue to like struggle back and forth.
Do I block any of the other ones with him though?
It doesn't look like it's made any
Okay.
progress. Emma,
Okay.
you've got your torch made.
So I'm Indiana Jones in the asps, like in that dungeon where I'm just like, meh, meh.
All right, so you're putting. Let's see.
I hope with that much enthusiasm.
I'm gonna roll a D6. Evens, they're afraid of fire. Odds, they're not.
Okay.
I rolled a 5. So they're like, they don't like that you're poking things at them, but it doesn't seem like they're backing away in terror or anything.
But my question is, am I able to keep them in the circle? Am I able to maintain my zone defense?
Somewhat, yes. If you get too close to Hollister, his back might start on fire, but.
Oops.
No, not oops. Remember what's on his bag?
We're not going to talk about oops right now, Hollister. Where are my grenades? Huh? What about a flare gun, buddy? Where's that shit?
Hollister's focused on solving to.
Yeah, he's trying to convince.
Alexandria. He can't answer that question right now.
Speaking of which,
That's Nick saying you do see that there's gasoline on his backpack. If you set his backpack on fire, okay.
speaking of which, Hollister, make me a POW roll.
So this one should be a 98, right?
I would love that.
It's the 1.
All right. So now, Alexicris, make me a POW roll. This is an opposed POW roll between you two, and he rolled a 1.
Need a 1?
You might roll a 1.
I know deep down you're good.
Oh God. I mean, I rolled a 25. It's a hard success, but it's not that.
Not an extreme. All right. Wow, the timer doesn't decrement again as Hollister just makes this impassioned plea to your, the evils of magic and like turning into this, what it does to you. And
so I got a critical success when it was detrimental to the party. Just so that's clear.
Yep.
Okay.
Just
And
take
we
it.
We
have no
all
idea.
hear detriments of, whoa.
all right, on 20s, everybody we're doing should make me dodge rolls, as these things are now just trying to cut their way through you.
Dodge, okay.
Oh my. Donald, you should make a very good dodge roll.
I got 31, but that's a regular success.
All right.
Wow, my dodge isn't that bad. I still miss it, but that's...
All right, all three of you make me a luck roll. Let's see who this attack was against. I should have.
12 on my luck.
That's a good roll.
0-1 for my
That's a
luck.
better roll.
86.
And I have some bad news for you.
It's been 86th.
You get big time sliced here with a critical success. Oh, shnikes. You take 10 points of damage.
Holy cow, that's half my damage. Do I accidentally light Hollister on fire?
Accidentally.
Dramatic princess fashion. No.
So,
Oh, he's on this side. No.
so this thing just walks up and like just slices you, but with both hands. And yeah, that's bad news. 10 points of damage. Not great. All right, Joan, you missed your dodge roll. You are gonna take 6 points of damage. I'm glad I went back to the Birds of Paradise.
Dang.
Donald.
We're not happy.
I got
No.
a success on my dodge.
Oh man, it missed you. Oh, you got a success?
Yeah,
Right,
dodge.
so yeah, it misses you. That makes me sad. All right, and the timer stays where it is, and we are back. You guys get pushed back a little more, and Donald, you being a fighting person, this is not going well.
Yeah. And that's not much I could do in this situation. Do I have any idea?
I mean, you've got a sawed-off shotgun.
Well, I'm gonna. Do I have any idea the Hollister is talking and interrupting? I have no idea. I assume that's what's going on. Really, I probably.
No, I think you see you're pretty aware that Hollister's going the wrong way on this one.
I figure he's just talking, and I have no idea it's actually working. That's my thing. I have no idea that his words have any effect whatsoever. He's just talking. He's just being Dr. Hollister, right?
Sure.
He's instead of fighting, he's just talking and doing his nonsense. So
that all tracks.
Yeah, but you would know that she's been going to him for psychotherapy. There might be something there.
He's a terrible doctor as far as I'm concerned. He does nothing for me. So
He has a flammable case on his back. That's all Emma gives a shit about at this point.
That's all Emma.
Oh, I love it.
I mean,
Emma has a cricket with 8 legs that should be pulled out at the mountain if we're ever in
all
trouble.
right. So if I can't look at you guys back, I may have to I may just go to Donald Concannon style on these guys. So
That seems appropriate.
I think it's going to be a quick shove, and then back away with just one step and pull the sawed-off shotgun out and unleash on these little bastards.
All right, I think that you basically like this thing. It slices you, and you just like boot it in the face, and then draw your and like in one motion draw the shotgun and just kind of fire. Mostly away from your friends, depending on how you roll.
Unless Hollister's in front of me. Yeah, that always happens.
All right, give me a roll.
Hollister does seem to be a buckshot magnet.
18. 18 would be.
Yeah, all right. So sadly,
Yeah, that'll hit
Hollister
Hollister.
is
Can I spend 1 point of luck on that and get an extreme success?
sure. Yeah.
I'm going to do that. So the
All right,
17 is my extreme success.
All right. So all of a sudden, throughout this thing, there is just a kablam, and you see like 5 of these things stagger backwards with what used to be their midsections, or like they're just like falling, and you hear you feel the voice of Hypatia Masters sort of go like, Margo, are you all right? And yeah, you just like blew 5 of them away. There's
Flaming shotgun shell out the side, and we will deal with the next round.
that cleared things up nicely. All right, that was 70s. 60s is Professor Lamb. Are you gonna keep just kind of fighting with this guy?
And I am going to yell at Dr. Hollister and tell him to shut the hell up. We need to have this ritual. See, I don't know what ritual it is, but we need to have this ritual done. You need to shut the hell up.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to fling the guy I'm holding at him.
All right. Yeah, they're surprisingly light. So yeah, we'll call this an opposed strength roll.
Okay.
Oh my. He did not want to get picked up.
Okay, I got a regular success.
He got a 19, sadly. So yeah, but you all your yelling and stuff will give Hollister a penalty die on his POW roll this time.
Okay.
All right, that was 60s. Emma's.
So basically, I'm done with Dr. Hollister and tell him that he needs to be more like a man like Donald right now. Give him my torch. Hold this, please, while I take care of business. Take his backpack full of the canister and just start spraying the masses with.
All right. So Hollister weirdly is not even. He doesn't even react when you pull
Which
the
is fun.
backpack off.
It's kind of like, hey, honey, hold my drink.
Roll to emasculate.
He is. But you will clearly notice that he is focused on Alexandra, and like you can hear him like, using key he's using I phrases and that's it. So but all Emma's doing is like talking and just starts pouring gas all over pygmies. Sure, yeah. You have poured gas over a bunch of pygmies.
You know where this is going, right?
I think we all barbecue.
We're finally burning down Kenya.
Finally.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
All right.
Roll over this.
So, all right, Hollister and Alexandra opposed POW rolls. Hollister, you have a penalty die on your POW roll.
Because you're holding a torch, and I'm telling you, you're not a man.
So regular.
All right, regular success, Alexandra.
90.
All right, the timer once again does not decrement. This would be
can't re-roll that one. It's too high.
What are the rules on this?
What do you want me to re? I mean,
no. If she's got a 90, can she re-roll that?
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure what we're rolling against at this point.
Yeah, so you are rolling an opposed POW roll with Dr. Hollister.
And if I fail, I get Nitocris has more control, or
that's right.
Even with penalty dice.
Sorry, you're trying to beat Dr. Hollister. You want to get success over Dr. Hollister.
Yeah.
So
got it.
Want to do this then?
Yeah.
The rest of us
Yes.
second it.
Inspired.
Yes. The rest of us who aren't Hollister second it.
Hollister, what did you roll?
I rolled a
regular
43.
success. So you have to beat a regular success.
So are we both re-rolling or
no? They're not giving you one.
Well, no, because I'm at disadvantage, so my chances of rolling worse are higher, but my chances of not getting a success are very low.
Yeah. Well, I rolled a 24, which is a hard success for me.
All right, so that decrements the timer. And Nitocris is in control again and starts chanting.
Oh, good. The chanting is back. Yes.
And she looks down at Emma as Emma's doing this, and she just smiles. She's happy to see someone taking charge in the right way. All right, right. That was.
I mean, she's Emma Prime, or was Emma Prime once upon a.
All right, 20s they go. So this is going to be attacks against Emma, Joan, and Donald. Let's start with Emma. Let's see. Yeah, they don't seem to bother with the gas, so they will take a slice at you. You need to make a regular success on this dodge roll.
Oh God. Come on, birds. Oh Jesus, criminy! 88 is not a regular success.
That is not. You've got inspiration.
Inspire.
Let's use it.
Okay. Let me trade these out. I need to
We
find.
are now down to 2.
Trading out birds of paradise?
for another set of birds of
Oh,
paradise.
all right.
Yeah, backup birds, you know.
Backup
Backup
birds.
birds.
Just so everyone knows, we're down to 2 inspo.
I need
Are these the
backup
classic birds?
What are they? Your fingers in front of them, dear.
Sorry, they're blue with the yellow.
Yes, those
Yeah.
are the actual
Yeah.
Birds of Paradise, the flagship.
Yes. So I'm trading out magpies for actual birds.
Here we go.
Oh, thank you, Jesus. Okay, so that's 43. And actually I have 3 inspiration left on my physical counter. So
Okay,
Let's-
I
All right,
miscounted
so-
somewhere.
You dodge. All right, Joan, same thing. You're going to take a dodge against an attack here. Your pygmy is apparently distracted by your efforts to emasculate Hollister, so he misses you.
Well, I didn't dodge either, so we're
All
right
right.
there.
Donald, the attack against you,
Right.
that's a regular success, so you need to
Oh,
make
yeah.
a dodge roll.
Oh, wait, I'm good.
Yeah, you are very good. All right, yeah. So this thing, one of the ones that you shotgunned, like, tries to like crawl and slice you, and you just like crunch down on it with the you crunch it down with the butt of the shotgun, and it gets nowhere near you. All right, that is all of the 20s. You feel like you pushed them back a little bit with all of the success and with that going on. So you have kept the perimeter this round. We're back to the top. Donald.
What's the situation look like in front of me? Are they still? They're still.
So there's definitely a little clearing in front of you because of the massive buckshot, but more are coming.
Right, I'll aim at another grouping with none of my friends in the way. So I'll be a little more careful this time.
All right.
So Hollister's okay to shoot at, not one of your friends.
I'm not going to shoot Dr. Hollister.
Well, I figure
I'm kidding.
Hollister's been
You know.
close enough that Emma got the stuff off of
Yeah,
him.
he won't explode now if you shoot him. All right, make your roll.
Yeah, that's 100. That's 000 on my dice.
Is that a malfunction?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that shotgun's gone.
Yeah.
Or something worse happens. It's up to Ezra, really.
So it is. Yeah. So you fired one. You fired one barrel, and you
Right.
were about to fire the second barrel, and you hear the telltale sounds of a jam, and at the same time as there's a jam, one of the ones that you thought was dead suddenly just reaches up and crushes the barrel of the shotgun
Right.
and yanks it down.
Yeah. Got it.
All right, that was 70s Professor Lamb.
I just got to keep these guys back a little bit longer. So
All right, so you're going to do another fight. All right,
Yep.
this will be an opposed fight. Oh my!
I got this one's what's the second one is hard,
Hard
right?
success.
Yeah.
So I rolled a 12, which is a critical. So this
Yeah.
thing picks you up over its head and just starts to like walk forward.
Ah!
All right, that was Emma.
Time to light it up.
All right, yeah, you grab the torch back, and you throw it down, and
I don't throw it down. I am like, "Woo, I'm back.
Dance! Dance, my children. Yeah, you start a
A good fashioned barbecue.
you start a fiery dance of little people, and there are awful smells that are kind of good throughout the thing as they're still kind of moving forward, but they're definitely like slowing down. They don't seem to feel pain, but as their skin sloughs off, they seem to notice that. But so whoosh, like a gasoline fire erupts across about half of the chamber. And you once again hear Hypatia go like, what are you doing to Roger? All right, yeah. The room is this cave is also starting to fill with smoke. And that was Emma's Hollister. So this is again opposed power roll with you and Alex.
There's still good in you. I can feel it. Fight it.
Can't we? I'm gonna punch him out. Yeah, that's all there is.
I mean,
7. Critical success for me.
all right, critical success. That will decrement the timer twice. Yeah, you Nitocris, like Hollister, in one of us in a sad moment for you, like you're like Nitocris just looks right at you and smiles and starts chanting like louder and is just like mocking you.
That's
all right.
twice. He's gotcha.
All right, so 20s. So now attack. Emma, you're not gonna get attacked this round because they're all on fire. Joan, you're not gonna get attacked this round. Well, I think this thing's just gonna throw you away. Wow, no, it's not. So it's just gonna hold on to you. You see it like picks you up and it starts to try and throw you, but you move your center of gravity and all this stuff, and it can't quite get the throw on you. So you're still just above it.
All right.
And Donald, it'll be next round before they can get before the ones that are coming towards you have reached you. And we're back to you, Donald. Again, you guys have gained. You guys feel like you moved the perimeter back a good ways this round.
Yeah, the shotgun's gone, unfortunately, but he's got other weapons.
It's true. You do see Professor Lamb like being held almost effortlessly above one of their heads.
So I'll take my 45 out the holster and just nail the one that's holding Lamb.
Nice. All right. You get make a pistol roll with a bonus die.
Am I at short range?
Yeah.
I'll do a 3-shot burst on this guy and just finish him off.
All right. Yeah. And with a bonus die, you're just gonna like this.
Nice.
Tell me to stay still.
It's a 45, but it's a regular success.
All right, so you essentially, like, this thing has Joan up, and you walk up and you kick it in the back of the knee and just blow its leg off, and it like flops down, and Joan flops down next to it. But yeah, with 3, you essentially blow its leg off with 3 quick shots, just blam blam blam. All right, that one is down, and that is 60. So we're to Professor Lamb. You can get back up and get back in the fight this round, or you could go get your, or you could. What do you want to do?
I want to get up, and I want to go to Hollister and to get him to shut up.
All right. What is your plan to get him to shut up?
I'm gonna put my hand over his mouth and just say, "We're winning. Stop this. Just leave her alone." I'm gonna try to. I don't have psychoanalysis. I got psychology. I could do occult. I could be. What do you want me to do?
I don't see occult being very useful here. As a matter of fact, occult might be the worst possible. Here's why she's chanting. You just need to understand why she. Why won't he understand?
That's what I was trying to think of. Like, can I explain it to him?
That would totally be a Professor Lamb thing. Let me explain to you why this thing you hate is good.
Yes.
Gosh. Offer me a roll.
All right.
Mean, if you want to try a cult.
Yeah.
Don't try a cult.
Maybe if you're trying to like gag him with your hand, maybe fighting brawl.
Fighting brawl with him. I guess that's what I've got to do that.
All right. So Hollister, this is do you notice her? Or are you so focused on?
I'm so focused. That's the same thing with Emma. Like, okay. I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Like, I might struggle a little bit when it happens, but.
Yeah. All right. What'd you get, Lamb?
I got 33.
All right. That's all right. So yeah, you get your hand over his mouth. So this round there will be no power roll. It'll automatically decrement.
Come on, Holly.
Okay. That was 60s Emma.
So I'm just going to wade into it and just kick little men and light them on fire.
Yeah, you start to, at this point, I think we're going to come out of initiatives because the timer only has 1 left. So you're going to do it. So yeah, like you're all pushing forward. Joan, you just wrap Hollister up and cover his mouth. And he's just like, no, you're,
no, come on.
And like only Hollister sees Nitocris just looking at him the whole time. And she looks at Hollister and she mouths the words, "Watch this." And you hear she pulls her arm from Hypatia and tries to cover the wound, but like it's a bad wound. And you hear Hypatia going like, "Oh, hold on a sec. Roger, calm down. Roger, stop making all this noise." And the pygmies stop. They all stop doing what they're doing. And Hypatia plops out a uncomfortably wet and all surrounded and very naked Alexandra. And Nitocris, Nitocris snarls and says, "Don't touch her," and just walks over and yanks the body is just lying there inert. And Nitocris walks up, yanks the head back, with this hand, takes her arm and just jams it into the mouth of the body of Alexandra. And once again, the pygmies now are sort of are now just going to Hypatia and are like trying to like take care of her. And they're sort of keeping you away from her, but you're all now moving away. And Nitocris looks up at you and pulls the head back and says, "In 2 hours, she will be Alexandra again." Leave this place. And she just like flings her forward.
I'll collect her. I'll get her.
All right.
Wait.
As you turn, as you like start to turn, you see Nitocris like take the blood and go up to Hypatia and run it down her forehead. And as you're like you're dragging Hollister out, and and Donald is carrying Alex. You hear
I'll take a jacket or something, wrap her up a little, carrier.
Sure. Nitocris puts a little blood on Hypatia's forehead and says, "You belong to me now."
I pull my sword. Is my sword ethereal or is my sword real?
Sort of both. But yeah, you pull out the Sword of Achmala. Like, it's
Does
not pulling out. It's like when you think about it, it just appears.
So when she's like blah, blah, blah and doing this to Hypatia, does she see me behind her?
No, she's very focused.
Well,
I go for it. I stab that bitch
All right.
in the back.
You come up and you run the Sword of Achmala through Nitocris. And her head immediately snaps around and she says, "Oathbreaker!"
This is my oath to God, lady.
I'm not conscious for this. I have no
No, it's
responsibility.
like I thought we were doing
was
the
like,
the,
thank God
the
Ezra
mountain.
believed
And
what shit,
wait,
did his internet go out?
No, like Nitocris is just standing there looking at you with just a furious look on her face.
And let's see what happens.
So you, all right. So
like,
you've got the sword through her. Alexandra, you are a brainless husk right now.
Yep.
Professor Lamb, what are you doing?
I thought we were the
you letting
mountain.
me
I
go?
thought we were capping the mountain. I thought
you
this
let
was all
Hollister
this
go?
about.
It's okay.
Yeah,
John.
Hollister, you are free now. We'll get to you in a second.
Yeah, I let you go, but it's like, wait, I thought that's what we were doing. I thought we were trying to cap the mountain. I thought this was the whole thing.
We are.
So yeah, Lamb is just very confused. Hollister, you are free now.
But I'm still mental.
Ish. You're coming out of it. The trauma of everything that's just happened is, although you might be happy that Nitocris got stabbed.
I don't know.
I mean, Alexandria is over in Donald's arms at the moment.
Maybe.
We don't know what happened.
We can explain later.
So Hollister is I guess sort of
I'll stumble towards Nitocris.
Okay. All right. And Donald, you're getting out of here with Alex. Is that
I'll slowly. I'm not going to abandon the party, mind you, but I'm moving in that direction.
okay? You go to pick her up, and your hands go right through her.
I was holding her already before this happened.
Yeah, but so you like she slides out of your hands when the stab happens, and she is now non-corporeal.
Emma, Emma, it's not working. Emma, it's not working.
I pull the sword back out. I'm like, oh fuck.
You are all oath breakers.
No, what?
The deal was we leave Africa. That was the deal. We're doing that.
What? Okay, you guys made a deal before we got here. Got it. Okay, what do we need to do now?
Emma,
I
sorry.
kept my word. I always keep my word. Now you, and she points at Emma, and then she points at Donald, and you are oath breakers.
Enough of your oath breaker bullshit. We've taken the deal is fine. We got it. We're leaving. You got your body back. We got ours. We're leaving. You've cut yourself worse than this, bitch. You're gonna be fine.
Well,
Let's say you're sorry. Let's go.
he did say that there would be a cost. And Emma, you go to pull your sword out, and it doesn't come out.
Uh-oh.
Do you remember what happened the last time I was stabbed with this?
Not entirely.
Oh yeah, you weren't there. It was the other Emma.
Yeah, sorry.
And so the sword of Achmala starts to like dissolve into Nitocris.
I just look at her and I'm like, you and me, lady, we're gonna tangle one day. And I just back
Africa
away.
is mine.
Yeah, just not in Africa, all right? You can meet the Suez or something. Let's go.
Wait,
I just keep looking at her and just back out.
All right, you guys gave her Africa?
I want you to understand this very carefully. Your friend made a deal with me. If any of you return to Africa, that deal is null and void. She will cease to exist immediately. I have proven right now that I can do that. Do not toy with the oaths you make with me. I am not my husband. I do not play games. And then she snaps her fingers and Alexandra is corporeal again. You have one day to leave this continent. That's going to be hard.
That's gonna be hard, actually.
How do we get back?
So you like hightail it out. You head for you find the truck, and you essentially run the truck for as long as. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was gonna ask Hollister if he could do anything to get us out of here. How are you talking to Rogers? How are you talking to Rogers?
I needed a mirror, and he needed to know where I was.
There are rearview mirrors, there are side mirrors, buddy.
Not mirrors in the car.
He needs to know where we are. He doesn't. It would take over a day.
Wait, those toys? We got the crickets. We got something that Alex had. We don't have any of Alex's things, do we?
So I opened my cricket.
No one grabbed my daggers.
I got you.
But
Air.
All right.
So I'm sorry. What do you do?
I'm going to open my cricket and just start crying and being like, look, Lady Cricket, you got to help me out.
I want to call the next episode Look, Lady Cricket.
I'm just like, we're in big trouble. We got to get out of here. Help me, Lady Cricket. I don't know if those 8 legs can turn into wings and fly us the F out of here, but you got to help me out.
The cricket looks at you and it goes, and in a very like small voice, it just says, where do you want to go?
China.
Shanghai.
Well,
What do you say, Emma?
So I turned to everybody and I was like, shit, we can get out of here. Where do we want to go? Where do we want to go? Do we want to go to and then I'm like, Japan or like Shanghai? I don't really want to go to Shanghai.
wait,
'cause I
we
have
needed,
ladies there.
no, we can't leave yet.
Why?
Why?
Evidence, the evidence.
Evidence of what? We need to know evidence. That is our key. No
The weapon,
evidence.
the weapon they're making.
There's no evidence in Africa for that.
I'm running back to the mountain.
All right, yeah. So
How about Tokyo?
you come, you make it to the cave, and you feel, sorry, Hypatia's voice go, "Oh, I'm so glad you're back. What do you want?"
There's a part of a weapon here.
Oh, you mean Imweru's toy?
Yes.
Well, yeah, you can come down. It's, but, you know, it's a little bit messy.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so you hightail it down there, and you see Hypatia, and she says, "Oh, Imweru's in there with the other lady."
Okay, I'll just don't mind me. Step in and
All right, so you step into there's like a small cave behind Hypatia, and inside that cave you see Nitocris has this other African woman, basically she's floating in the air, and Nitocris is holding her up. Her arm is like Nitocris's left arm is clutched close to her side, but she is holding this woman up, and she looks over at you and she says, "Why have you come back?"
there's something here I forgot.
What?
Part of a weapon?
Tell him. And Imweru is like, "Oh, there are plans by the clock." And you look over and you see a super precise timepiece that has the time in Cairo, the time here in Kenya, and the time in China. All of them like counting down at the same time. And under that, there's like a little architect's tube. And you just look in that tube and you see like these are plans for some sort of bomb.
All right.
Or, well, so in the 1920s, rockets don't really exist, but it looks like it's like a bomb that has an engine on it.
Okay. And yeah, I'll turn to Imweru and say, "You have my deepest apologies," and I'll leave.
Nitocris looks at you and says, "You have 23 hours now."
I take off.
All right. Yeah, you so while he's gone, you all discuss where to go. Or maybe you leave him, I don't know.
I thought about it. I thought about it for a second, but
well, I mean, it's Emma's call. The cricket's like, "Where do you want to go?"
I'm like,
we should
call it out.
We've got to go to Shanghai, right? That's next.
Tokyo.
But she said she was going to make this mountain. We don't have to fix this one.
Right. She'll take care of it.
And you believe her.
Right, we do.
I do agree that Flint is in Tokyo and he's our best. Like, I don't want to go by Gorilla Lady.
No, that place is terrible. Let's go to Tokyo and get friends to help us out.
So let's wait for Hollister.
All right. Hollister comes like
back.
running up. He's not, it's clear that cardio is not his first priority as he's like huffing.
Well, it's also clear he hasn't slept and he just went through a mental breakdown. And
now you're getting to the hallucinatory part.
So as he comes running up, I'm like, Tokyo or Shanghai, where do you want to go?
Does anyone speak Chinese or Japanese?
No, we don't speak either of those languages.
Where do you want to go? Crazy gorilla lady, crazy gorilla Flint. Where do you want to go?
I'm gonna go throw up over here.
Great, we're going to Tokyo.
Yeah, don't pay attention. He's starting to really bug me.
Hollister steps to the left and like throws up quickly. And then you tell the cricket you want to go to Tokyo?
Yep, take us to Tokyo.
All right. The
And
cricket,
I give her extra grass.
the cricket says, well, I can't leave Africa, but I can send you to Tokyo.
Do you want to be free?
That will never happen.
I can't let you out of this cage?
Not if you want to go somewhere.
Oh.
It's okay.
Can I put her with the dog?
So, I mean, sort of. I'm going to become a door.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So do we go get the dog and all the rest of the supplies or anything left?
You're back at the you made it to the truck. That's where you.
Let's pack up the things we want to take with us. I'm taking the dog. I let the cricket. I open the door so the cricket like can become a door.
All right. Until you tell it where to go, it doesn't. It just stays in the cage.
Okay. Are you guys ready?
Grab a couple things I think we'll need.
We got everything. We got the flare gun.
Emma, you see, your keen knowledge of demolition sees the remains of 6 hand grenades. Like,
Yeah, and I'm pissed. I've got nothing. I'm basically taking my whiskey bottle and a dog.
I've got nothing either. My daggers all got left behind on a crazy queen.
They make great daggers in Tokyo. Japan.
It's a country song. Emma's got her whiskey bottle and her dog.
Yep, pretty much. I've turned into an.
My truck broke down, but I got my whiskey bottle and my dog.
And we hold hands like Harry Potter, and I'm like, "There's no place like Tokyo."
So the cricket will climb out of the cage, and it will climb up on the truck, and then it starts to unfold, and the back of the truck becomes a tent flap door, and the little cricket face at the top of it says, "Goodbye, friends.
Thank you.
Now I am she who is what she seems."
Has any of this been real?
Don't worry, Hollister. Don't worry. Just come with us.
Push him in the door. I'm just like, he goes first.
Yes.
By the way,
Yes.
he goes first.
All right, so you step through this portal, and this is so every other door you've been through was different because you went through the door and it was just you walked through into it was like you were opening another door, but this time there is a definite feeling of motion as you kind of move through some sort of tunnel incredibly fast. If some of you had been under Egypt, this is kind of reminiscent of that, but it's just like, and you end up in the middle of you end up like sort of popping out in a park in a city with signs all around that are in a language you don't recognize. Well, you recognize as Japanese. And you are all in Tokyo.
I'm still out, man. I can't do a thing.
I'm gonna lay down, and I'm gonna do that too.
Do I see like who's the next person I can?
So yeah, there's people walking by. They're a little surprised.
I make the motion for the gorilla. I'm like,
they will give you broken directions to the zoo.
I'm taking it.
Why don't we just find a hotel? We can make a call to Rogers. We need to get Alex needs some clothes. We need to.
Yeah.
I
I need to feed my dog.
Let's go to a hotel and we can get all that stuff. Come on. Let's go.
What's
All
my
right.
dog's name again?
Flash.
Flash.
That's it. Flash.
Just remember.
So it doesn't take long for four armed Americans, and one semi-naked woman to garner attention, and a police officer comes up and in okay English asks if you need help.
He speaks English.
And he's eyeing your rifle in particular.
But I guess Alex is still unconscious, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Flint. Do you know Flint? American gorilla.
Hotel.
We need to get a hotel, and we need to. Our friend is hurt.
There's a police officer here. We're we're a little bit of trouble at the moment, so we need to straighten this mess out first.
Flint? Gorilla?
Oh, American Embassy.
American Embassy, yes.
Okay, let's get there.
All right. He will. He'll take you. He'll walk you along.
Do you need help, Holly?
I'm hanging in there.
Yeah, come on.
You get to the American Embassy, and he is very happy to leave you there.
Good.
And an attaché sees you come in. Hello, how can I help you? Could you please put the guns down?
Yeah, I'm actually carrying a woman here, so I'm not really carrying a gun.
You have like a rifle slung over your shoulder.
I have a dog.
I do have my crowbar, by the way.
Yeah,
I have my ID.
What? Is she all right? Do you need to go to a hospital?
She'll be fine. Hollister, show him your ID or something.
Yeah, I pull out my
Yeah, you've got a government card. Oh, yes, sir. Is this a Department of War?
Just say yes.
I do have some important business. If we should get her to.
Of course, yeah.
Medical area on the base, and I need to get in contact with the states.
I don't think there was a U.S. military base in Tokyo.
I don't think so either. Not before World War II.
Yeah.
Military.
Yeah.
Let's be after World War II.
Fair.
Yeah.
Well, we're not looking for a military base, though, right?
So there's an embassy. Yeah, the embassy is fairly small, but it's not bad. But they have medical services and things like that. So so over the course of about they give you guys a place to stay, thanks to Hollister's ID. And over the course of about 10 hours, Alexandra, you wake up and you are you.
It's like,
and you remember, the last thing you remember is dying.
Oh.
Last thing you remember is being disintegrated.
But she doesn't remember any of the Nitocris chapters.
You don't remember any of the Nitocris stuff.
Wow.
oh.
Well,
Okay, so I'm gonna like wake up and like sit up and realize that I'm not wearing clothes and be like,
well, I imagine we'd have. Where is she right now? In this scene?
Donnelly, you have been sitting at her bedside for.
just like sit up, push myself up.
Alex,
Where are we?
we're in Tokyo.
Why are we in Tokyo? How did we get to Tokyo? What?
Some magic. Emma's magic cricket.
What magic cricket?
Okay. In Africa, Emma got a magic cricket, and like she asked it. What you don't
No,
know-
back up even further than that. I don't remember anything about Africa.
Well, I mean, technically, you were in Africa when you died, but
Egypt only barely counts.
it's true. Yeah, we're white people. Egypt's different than Africa.
What do you?
Sure.
What do you remember?
dying in Egypt, in the pyramid.
But you didn't die. You didn't die.
I think I remember not. I remember dying, Donald.
You didn't die. I'm sorry. Listen, hon. Your body. You returned to the Nitocris, but you were still there. Your mind was still there.
What?
You were there the whole time.
Oh.
You've been with us this whole time. It's been several weeks, but a different body. We got you back. We got you back. You're back.
Yes. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. I don't remember any of you say I was there, but I don't remember any of it.
Love, we got you back. You're back. I don't know what you remember. Maybe it'll come back to you. You were there with us. It's fine. You'll be all right. Do you feel the same?
I mean, the same as I did before my... Yes, I guess.
Okay. It's be all right.
He said I would be the bride. Fuck!
It was just for a little while. And
what did I do?
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. What did I do?
It's what you were in Nitocris's body. It was a lot. You did what you have to do. That's what we do.
Is there a shirt or anything that I can put on?
Yeah, they got you some clothes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Just like hugging it around myself. Really like dying will do something to you.
Listen, I don't know what we're in Tokyo. We're going to find out what we do next. Listen, we took care of Africa. It's done, love. It's done.
Okay. I actually can't think that big right now. Where are my daggers?
They're still there. We'll get you some new ones, better ones here in Tokyo. They do amazing work with the cutlery.
And that really is just like the last straw. Just like roll over and plant my face in the pillow.
You called them cutlery.
Yes, them being called cutlery, but also those were my daggers, and just like face plant into the pillow.
Love, you've replaced them before. We can get you better ones. Do you know how many guns I've gone through? For God's sake, a couple knives. We'll replace them. You're good with all of them. You'll be. It's you. You're back.
And so at that point, in a scene out of the Wizard of Oz, like you all kind of come in. You hear that Alexandra's conscious again, and so you all come in the room.
I just like lift my head up a little bit because I hear movement, and I'm like, "What is? Oh, it's you."
Oh yeah.
Emma's got a dog now.
Yeah, I put the dog on her bed because I'm like, dogs make you feel better.
And it does seem to like calm her down a little bit. She's like, puppy, and start petting it.
Like, put the dog. I'm like, look at how cute it is. Cute.
Pet.
The ageless wonder. He kind of looks the same, flopped on a bed or walking. He's just skin hanging down.
Oh. And I'll just like curl, like sit up and start petting it, petting the dog, and look at them and go, "So I hear we were in Africa."
Oh, it's so good to see you again, Alex.
What do you mean you hear we were in Africa? You were in Africa.
So Donald tells me, I don't remember anything after.
I mean, nothing. Like me pulling you through a window, sitting in a truck for a million years.
Wow, there's a lot we have to tell you.
I remember being in the pyramid and the Black Pharaoh saying something about an oath breaker, and then my body dissolved and that's all I remember.
Kitty.
Motherfucker. So who was I talking to that entire time? Who were we talking to in Africa?
That was Alex.
But
No,
she
it
doesn't
wasn't.
remember. She doesn't remember. All that part's gone.
Just the memories are gone. That's fine.
Okay.
Stuff you don't need to remember.
I'm going back to Africa. That lady's gonna get it.
No, she'll.
Africa. We're not
Can't go
going
back
back
to
to
Africa.
Africa.
Who is getting? Nope. I'm sorry. I it's too big. There's too much right now.
Understand. Let's let her get some more sleep, guys. Come on.
Okay. Do you want to sleep with
Especially
the
you, Holly.
What's wrong, Emma?
I think she's leaving the dog with
We'll
me.
talk about it later.
Yeah, Flash will stay with you and sleep with you.
Okay. I'm just like curl up and have my arm over the dog.
I look at Hollister and I'm like, dogs are natural therapy.
Accurate.
I think Donald will stick around. He's not leaving.
Yeah, he's staying. Yeah, he stays with her. So let's talk about what your plans are in Tokyo. So
Shopping, clothes,
Knives.
explosives, bicycles.
Knives. I need knives. And if there's somewhere that I can get some, some of the good shit. I want the good shit.
Well,
Oh yeah, and then
we have
what's
to-
his name?
we have to talk to Flint, and he's with the Japanese army, right?
Those guys too. Yeah, that's fine.
We also need to get a hold of Rogers.
Yeah, I need to contact Rogers and have as little to do with the Japanese military as possible.
American military, that seems wise.
Yeah, so you you can easily get into easily send a bureaucratic message through the embassy that will get to Rogers. And they are you also remember you had the name of the lieutenant from Shanghai. Isago Taro, I think it was.
Mhm.
And he was with Flint when you guys left, when you were coming back.
Cool. Good. We'll be able to see if we can track him down.
All right, yeah. So next time we'll deal with some stuff in Tokyo, and we'll figure out what the heck's going on. For once, we don't have a cliffhanger. Maybe I should wait back in the hospital. No, that's so.
Don't hurt the dog.
Oh yeah, the dog starts to transform a little, then transform back.
No. Nope.
Yeah, as you cut away, Flash looks up with like devil eyes, and no. Yeah, I think that's where we'll end it for tonight. Let's see our quotes. We have I'm being worshipped like the princess I should be. I don't want to be carried. I brought hand grenades and I brought snacks. We might now want to consider hostile actions. I think we're going to be fine as long as we aren't dead flesh. From my headdress days, it does nothing. But seriously, this is dumb. How can they be nonchalant when they are being carried to a mountain of pure evil? I love that one. Well, we still have our eyebrows. Anything here is safer than with us. It's all of the world or part of the world. Look,
So
Lady Cricket. That's good stuff. Look, Lady Cricket. I think I'd remember not dying. I think my personal favorite right now. So I hear we were in Africa, and you did what you had to do. That's what we do. It's a little on the nose, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I really I like. So I hear we were in Africa.
Yeah.
I also really like. How can they be so nonchalant when they were being carried to a mountain of pure evil? Might be a little long for a title, but good stuff. So, folks, don't forget, if you're not, join our Discord. There's all sorts of good stuff happening on the Discord. Personally, I'll say it again, like going back and enjoying MX Axel and their mother enjoying the back episodes and like giving us their capsule descriptions of the back episodes has been wildly entertaining for me.
It really has.
It's-
They actually just hit one of my favorite parts where you realized about Donald Alexandria and just was completely flabbergasted.
There we go. Yeah. It is just good, clean fun. Those kids. So Discord is awesome. And that's just like the tip of the iceberg. There's so much stuff going on there on Discord. It's wonderful. YouTube, thank you so much for your love and your support. We always appreciate it. I know there's some folks who only sort of interface with us on YouTube. We love it. We've got, again, a full week of Quests and Chaos entertainment. There's just too much going on. So Monday, it's Dragon of Icespire Peak. It's James. It's several folks you might recognize here. It's just good fun. Tuesday, it's the Chaos Agents finding new ways to mess things up and heading, I believe, now into only stuff that Thomas has made up. They're moving off book, as we say. Then Saturday, double feature. We are back here Saturday afternoon, 2 to 5, Rime of the Frost Maiden. They just had their first episode. Probably some of you watched it. It was great. I was in there for a little while watching a cool cast, some faces you haven't seen before. Like I said, I would watch James and Tossie read the phone book. I just think they're wildly entertaining.
I do have to give props though to also Matt Bridges and Alondra. I mean, Matt Bridges, shout out to goodbye.
Yeah.
That is glorious. I love playing with him in Icespire.
I promise you that if you watch that episode, like, I think I'm just gonna flip people off as I say goodbye now naturally, just in real life. Be like, bye guys, have a great
That's
day.
different from usual. How? I don't
Careful, aren't we dipping? We're
I'm just saying
dipping
with
into
my
idiocracy
eyes
territory
most
with
of the
that, right?
And then we're back Saturday evening, the Great Dane Society. We're hitting the home stretch. They are being wildly successful, and it is we've already got fun plans ahead that you'll hear more about later. And one last thing, Maitu is mother in Swahili.
Oh, good.
Aha. Got it.
Me too.
There we go.
And
I actually wondered because it reminded me a lot of Baba Yetu from the Civilization game, that the song that is the Lord's Prayer in Swahili.
Right. And the whole time Alexandra had that rattle.
Yeah.
That you could have used to like totally it would have gotten rid of all the Rogers, basically.
Oh.
Because it was their toy. It would have been their toy.
It was to distract the children. But you did a fine job of that anyway. It was close, but you made it. So we will next Saturday we will start off in Tokyo. We'll figure out what this means for Flint and Hollister, and we'll see you then. So friends, the election is sort of over. This is I think the third ending of this election, but this one seems pretty final, thank goodness. And so we can this, for me, this will stop being quite as I won't need this for therapy anymore. I can go back to just enjoying this for the wacky fun it is.
This isn't therapy for anybody. This is therapy.
There's an episode title. So thank you again for sharing part of your geekend with us, and I guess nothing left to say but goodbye, internet friends.